Hello, everybody. How are you doing? So, yes, it's Wednesday. And Wednesday is WTF Wednesday. Because you never know, WTF is going to happen. So, we are now on Inner Demon Radio, guys. This is our big debut. We are streaming live not only on LadyShiya like we normally do, but we are also streaming on Inner Demon Radio. So exciting. New stuff happening all the time. Hello, Marcia Padilla. How are you doing? Just getting the pinned comment going. So give me just a moment. So it is Wednesday. So share with me your what the fuck moment for the week. Have you had a what the fuck moment this week? I want to hear your what the fuck story. And my friend Heather, I just saw on her thing, she was sharing a what the fuck moment where she went to a kind of box oil change place, and they took a bolt off, and it has now screwed up her car. The fuck? Wow. Poor Heather. That sucks, man. So, yeah, share with me your what the fuck moment. And remember, guys, like, subscribe, and share when you like, subscribe, and share from wherever you're watching us from. You absolutely get to, once you like, subscribe, and share, tell me, and I will put you on the free list. Okay? Now, those of you guys who join me on my YouTube channel will be able to ask a question tonight. Those of you who are not on the YouTube channel, then you guys get just a general message from Spirit. So, hey, it all works out. I just now have to go over to, well, come on, Inner Demon. I gotta go over to Inner Demon. There we go. Inner Demon Media, what you guys see up on the screen. This is, we've got our dear friend Sid, and he is like, you know what? You come and broadcast on our stuff, and I said, abso-fucking-lutely. Don't mind if I fucking do. So yes, there you go. Inner Demon Radio, Inner Demon Media. Thank you for being a part of everything and allowing us to be a part of you. So we are just so excited about this kind of collaboration, fun thing, you know, with my friend Sid Ryder. And, you know, the wolf got all this set up. So we got to give the wolf some credit where credit's due, dude. You know, Sid's been a follower of mine for a while, and I didn't even realize that Sid was doing all this cool, fun stuff with Inner Demon Radio and all those radio shows. And then the wolf's like, oh, yeah, I've been talking to this guy, Sid, and he says he knows you. I'm like, Sid? I know a couple of Sids. Tell me about this Sid. And he's like, yeah, this Sid. And I'm like, I didn't know he was doing all this cool shit. And he's like, yeah, we worked together on some shit. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds fucking awesome. So yeah, welcome for all of our viewers from Inner Demon Media and Inner Demon Records. Hi, glad to be viewing here and streaming from here. Meanwhile, let's see who we have going on here. We have, hey, Annette, Phoenix City, Alabama. Welcome. Marcia, thank you for sharing. I will stick you on the free list. And yes, those of you who are tuning in from Inner Demon Radio, don't worry. You guys like, subscribe, and share from over there. I'll put you on the free list there too. It's all good. Golf clap. Yay. We like the golf clap. So, Annette, nice to see you on. Oh, we have a wolf coming. Nope. Okay.
Nope, I'm just here on the technical.
You're here on the technical.
On the other end.
Oh, are you?
Trying to make a little bit life easier. So while everybody's coming in, I'm going to make you do the technical thing live.
Okay, we're going to do technical crap live.
So you're going to go click on those little dots right there on the pad.
Those little dots right there.
And you're going to click the first square.
I'm going to click the first square.
And you're going to click the first mic.
I'm going to click number 1.
Okay, now you're going to go to voice setting.
Voice.
Okay. Now you can see there you've got your compression and everything like that.
Yes.
So you'll go to the next. You see the little right arrow there.
Yeah, I see the right arrow.
Now you see the little.
You can tell he's good at this tech support thing.
See the little noise suppressor button.
Yeah.
You see the little wrench right in the corner there.
Yeah,
click that.
The little settings for the noise suppressor.
Okay, you're going to pull the low cut filter up a little bit. No. Yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah, keep going. So yeah, we're going to put it right there.
Okay.
And see if that makes a difference. So
I'll leave this up on the screen so you can tell me.
This up on the screen, right?
And
so
we can
I'll
adjust.
Back in and out.
All right. So the wolf is helping me because we have added a second microphone now. So, and you guys can see it. This is the second microphone. It's one of those little lapel microphones. Now, this little microphone isn't doing jack shit right now because it's muted. But I've got my big microphone right here. Okay. On this little boom. It's on my boomstick. And now we've got this little lapel microphone for whoever's doing side jockey, which sometimes that is a wolf and sometimes that is me. When we come to the podcast, side jockey is me. When it comes to the lives, the side jockey is wolf. So it's like whoever happens to be in that side jockey chair will have the other microphone now. So can you guys hear me okay? You tell me. Wolf, how am I doing? He's not listening. Well, he's listening, but he's like probably listening behind. So while we're doing that, let me get my shares going. So yes, we need to get my shares going. It's getting a little better. So what should I do? Turn the low cut up or down, or the noise gate up or down? You tell me, my love.
Some of the dynamic again is going to be a little bit of. You have to pay attention when you're talking. If you're talking over there,
well, it's obviously going to change a little bit.
I want
yes.
you to pull up the noise gate just a little bit more.
Okay,
that's
so
top one.
Oh, that's the low cut filter.
Yeah, right there.
So turn the low cut filter up.
Right. That's good. And take the noise gate up. Just a little bit.
How's that?
Yeah, we're going to see.
Okay, we're going to see. We're fine tuning. Yes. Right. So, yes, we are fine-tuning. So, can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear the music okay? Like, subscribe, and share, guys. That'll put you on the friends list. Or on the, there we go. Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong account? Well, darn it. I am in the wrong account. What's wrong with me? All right. There we go. Now I'm in the right account. So now I can share. And yeah, he's going to cut in and out. Am I even... You had a boomstick, you divorced him. Annette, I like your humor. And Facebook user says, they hear me good. Okay, whoever Facebook user is, you are probably watching me from the LadyShiya and Friends group, which actually answers a question that I was trying to ask. So if you're watching from the LadyShiya and Friends group, I am about to turn your stream off. All of you guys watching from LadyShiya and Friends, you're about to get cut off and the live is going to stop for you in about, 30 seconds or so. So what you need to do instead is go over to facebook.com/LadyShiya and go watch from there, okay? So you're the queen of unique. Well, we'll see. We'll see how unique you are, Annette. I like unique. Unique is good. But yeah, he's not actually mic'd up. I'm mic'd up. He's not mic'd up. He'll be mic'd up when he finally decides to come in and sit down on it. Unique up on me. Oh, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm a D&D player, and I've got the feat. Oh gosh, what's that feat name? But it's a feat where you can't be surprised, okay? So you can't sneak up on me, and that, at least not as long as I'm playing my D&D. So yes, all you guys who are watching from, there's 2 more of you who are watching from the LadyShiya and Friends group. If you're like, I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. You're the queen of, that's right. You're the queen of unique. That's right. I gave that one to you. But if you're watching from the LadyShiya and Friends public group, you're about to go away. So make sure you go over to facebook.com/LadyShiya in 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. That answers that question because I want to be able to see people's names and stuff when it comes up on the chat. So there we are. But yes, Inner Demon Radio. Very exciting. We're having so much fun with that. So the unique queen. All right. Send there. And send there, and send there, and send there. And the wolf is back in for more stuff to do.
Yep.
So what am I doing?
You're going to hit all the way up on the top left, arrow back.
Okay.
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 And you see where it says de-esser?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hit the little toolbar. And I want you to take the threshold down. All the way down.
All the way down?
All the way.
That?
Well, no, that's...
You said that's all the way down.
That's all the way down. Well, a little bit up.
Okay.
Take it up a bit.
How's that?
Take it up right there.
More?
A little bit, yeah. Again.
How's that?
You may cut out. So this is what I...
Okay. So hey, David Incognito. How you doing, buddy? Can you guys hear me okay? The wolf is listening in the other room, and he's coming in and giving me, like, feedback because we're like, setting up our microphone kind of thing differently. So, hey, it's What the Fuck Wednesday. So, what the fuck? We're going to do whatever the fuck we want to do, which means, I guess, you guys are coming along with the tech support journey with us. All right. Meanwhile, let me get my shares done. Like, subscribe, and share whether you're watching from Inner Demon Radio, LadyShiya, and The Old Wolf, or from the YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll put you on the free readings. Hi. How you doing? Huh? Okay. I sound like Tina R. Goodrich. Who's Tina R. Goodrich? Honey, apparently I sound weird. Oh, are you trying to say I sound tinny? I don't know who Tina R. Goodrich is, but okay. Huh? I just heard, hey, blah, 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 mumblies. Understood none of it. So we'll see. Yes, you are the queen of unique. The unique queen. What? Oh, he's listening. He's listening to me on YouTube. Do I sound like a total twat on YouTube? I'm a twat. I'm a twat. Yeah. I don't know. How's your brother, the old wolf, doing? Let's see. How is the old wolf doing? The wolf is like answering on delay because whenever we do a live broadcast, it's live here and what we hear here, and then there's like a 3 to 5 to 8 second delay between the time it goes to the interwebs, gets processed by the interwebs, and gets pushed out to you and gets received and downloaded by you, and then you watch it. So there's this like little delay. I take it we are happy now. No, you're not. We're not unmuting. Okay. So I take it we're happy. Hold on, I need to get my shares done because I have not done my frickin' shares yet. Let me see. What do we say? Live psychic readings. What are you laughing at?
You.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're doing live psychic readings.
Just,
Yeah.
Your whole little ritual process.
My little ritual process has been completely.
On mic you now.
I can mic you now. Now the wolf is on on the mic.
We're going to see how this works. Now, again, I can't listen to this and obviously dance within...
David Incognito, get your butt right back here. No, be right back. You get your ass back
Dave's
here.
a rock star. He's got to do what he's got to do.
Because he's a rock star. He knows how to listen. So Dave better get his butt back here to let us know how it sounds.
Dave only listens to Dave.
Dave, you have been volunteered. Your laptop tries to guess what you want to say. Yeah. And you know what? You're smarter than a box. The box is not very intelligent. That's why we're sitting here fucking with the box so much. Trying to make the box work.
It's going to take a little bit of work and tweaking between OBS and the new setup now. It's the unfortunate reality, especially when you're live streaming the way that we do. We don't have the type of higher end production setup. We have a lot of higher end audio recording stuff that I use for the music.
Yeah, and you got us some pretty good higher end recording stuff and things to set up on the computer, aka
but
fancy microphone with fancy task cam thing. So yes,
but we are limited to certain degrees.
Yeah, to certain degrees,
right.
But I'll tell you what, I think it's a pretty damn good setup. I think you've done us really nice, baby.
And she goes, "Is your sound Wario?"
Is your sound Wario? I don't know what Wario is. You'll have to explain what that means. Michael, how do I sound, buddy? You are a very good critic for me. So will you do me a favor and that's a golf clap. Okay, cool. Will you let me know if we sound okay? Can you hear the wolf well? Can you hear me okay? All that sort of thing.
Keep in mind, I'm just a figment of your fucking imagination anyway, so.
Well, if you're a figment of my imagination, I've got a hot imagination.
I don't know about
My
that.
sound is good. Yes, no, I know about that. But you know what? I'm emotionally compromised, and I make no excuses for this.
Some of the dynamics
Rosemary.
also, too, and this is one of the things we've been trying to really work hard on, depending upon the type of device you're using, is also going to influence how it sounds. So we try and find a balance that works no matter if you're in the car or if you're on a cell phone or if you got headphones on a hi-fi stereo system. And my brother Dave Incognito knows, as a musician, it's one of the most challenging elements that you have, not only within recording music, but within broadcasting music.
Yep. So, Marcia, I got that you shared. Diana, I got that you shared. And yes, you just got the sound. Okay, so cool. I'm glad it's working for you. Rosemary gets to be on the priority list tonight, my dear. Happy birthday to you. I promised you a reading. So what do
Happy
you...
birthday, sister.
You're gonna be first up on the list, Rosemary, tonight. So you get to have your absolute birthday reading for you. Let me mute. So, yay! Okay. So it sounds good on a cell phone. That's awesome. You're more than welcome, Rosemary. So yes, we are today, for the first time ever, broadcasting live also on Inner Demon Radio. So do definitely check them out. Go to Facebook and look up Inner Demon Radio, and you will see them. So we are live on air with Inner Demon Radio as well as on our regular page as well. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Check them out. They're a lot of fun. Sid Ryder and his crew, they're pretty awesome. And I'll tell you what, Sid's cool, but in listening to the show, I really like Char. She's awesome.
Listen, we all have our
Char's my hero. Char is my hero. Just putting you out there, Char. You're my hero. Okay, I love you. You're amazing. Okay, power to the women. There you go.
So some of the dynamic, again, Inner Demon Radio is also Inner Demon Media.
Yeah.
And Sid Ryder also is involved with a lot of unsigned bands, local bands, in getting music out, but he's also, again, engaged and involved within the community overall. And some of these dynamics, again, like his radio station.
Is that it, Char? Is that you? Oh, there's my hero, Char. There you go.
The dynamic of names. We don't even know who the fuck is. Like, I don't know who the fuck is who.
I think that's Char.
You know what I mean? So
I think that's Char. That's Char. Yeah, she says Char is my freaking hero. Freaking love Char.
So there's a commonality. And one of the things that I had discussed with Sid and Lindsay and some of the others over this past week and the development of all this is the common concept of strength in numbers, supporting each other. Sid did a podcast tonight with Papa Olson, which I hadn't really, again, this is the beautiful thing. I never knew of her.
Yes.
I never had known of him, and I wouldn't have known of him if it wasn't for the fact that Sid kind of crossed those elements to bring it, to expose. And that's the beautiful thing about what we all do, is to expose each other to different ideas, different concepts.
To expose each other.
But listen, he was a cool guy. You know what I mean? Again, he's from Appalachia. He has a really old school philosophy on not only, magic, but the earth, our responsibility, our connections with it. So it was really nice, seeing, that other side of the fence, as they say. The dynamic gets stereotyped a lot. And I use the word, Shiya and I were talking. I was listening to my podcast last night. I must have used the word dynamic like 5 million fucking times. I'm only allowed to use it 4 million times.
I don't even notice it anymore because you use it like 50 million times daily. That it's just like, well, it's just your dynamic.
Well, here's the running joke.
It's your dynamic.
I can't always process vocally what's going on in my mind, because what's happening in my mind happens at the fucking speed of light. So when my mouth tries to run at the speed of light, it tends to trip over itself.
And Char, just because you're my hero, I'm going to give you an answer. I pulled a card real quick. We haven't started the readings yet. We're about to do it in a minute, but I'll tell you this. We got the Fool card, which basically means whoever the killer is for your best friend has just absolutely absconded with this, has gone on to a new life. And I'm also feeling like the people who were looking for your best friend's killer are just like, I can't tell their ass from their elbows kind of thing, and looking in the totally wrong direction. So unfortunately, the shit that I'm seeing is, yeah, probably not. Sorry. Probably not. So
it's an unfortunate reality.
Yeah.
People become statistics, and there is not a lot of will or drive to go down every horrible rabbit hole. And it's unfortunate.
And you can't always prove these things. You just can't. I mean, you'd like to. We'd like to actually...
Listen, in a perfect world, right?
They ruled her suicide and shot. Okay, well, so shot twice on a suicide. Yeah, explain to me how that one works. I don't know, but okay.
Listen, there's a fucking laundry list of the things that are wrong. One of the things that was a really nice highlight to hear Sid and Papa Olufsen talking about was the illusion of the pharmaceutical industry. Really the fucking monsters and predators that they are in preying upon society within certain dynamics. And a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with people who either are not famous or don't have money, again, we're just statistics. We don't really exist as people.
Oh, you want your demon deck back?
No, the demon deck only if it's by specific request.
All right.
I'm gonna let the demons lie tonight.
I'm getting out my other decks for our 1, 2, 3.
I got my Art of Water deck.
You've got your Art of Water deck, and you've got your Art of Life deck too.
Yes, but I like the Art of Water the best.
Oh, you do. What do you want to contribute a card for the?
Yes, absolutely.
For the 3 pick. The 3 pick. The 3 pick.
Listen, it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
And again, call it preaching, call it whatever you want, but when you hear that from other people, it gives me hope. It gives me inspiration that I'm not the only fucking crazy one in the room. You know what I mean? There are other crazy people like me.
But you know what? Are we the crazy ones, or are all the other people trying to be the...
Listen, I want to be crazy. I don't want to be fucking normal. Normal scares me.
I'm thinking that we're probably more sane than the quote-unquote norms.
Well,
that
crazy is different. I don't think crazy really applies to the dynamic of sanity. It's just how you choose to use the word.
Monkey has arrived. So, okay. All right, guys, we are beginning our 3 picks. So, what is normal? Normal's crazy and crazy is normal. That's what it is. So, we're beginning our 3 picks. So, if you guys aren't familiar with the 3 picks, you turn around and decide which one draws to you. We have 3 different cards that are out here from even 3 different decks, 3 completely different messages. So, you need to choose which one you feel most drawn to. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. 1, 2, or 3. So you guys let us know which one you would like to pick. Meanwhile, while you guys are choosing where you're drawn, we will talk about some cool dynamics. One of which, and yes, I'm using the word dynamics on purpose. One of which, of course, is going to be the mentorship circle. Okay? We definitely would like to talk about the mentorship circle. This is where I do my teaching. This is where I'm putting a lot of work in. I'm busting my ass like nobody's business to work on, getting everything prepared for you on Books of Shadows, to where you can get on the internet and not even on Facebook, but actually on a password protected website, to where you can go in and see my entire Book of Shadows and all the teachings that I've done in there and stuff like that. Okay. It's $25 per month for all that teaching, but not only just the teaching that we do, but we've got the dynamics of... I'm just gonna have fun.
You're just gonna keep fucking with me.
I'm gonna keep fucking with you. It's fun.
There's a lot of stuff in there. There's teaching dynamics. There's group support.
There's the group support aspect. And that's one of the biggest things. We had somebody who reached out this morning with a very serious issue that she needed additional support for, and instantly, because I wasn't even awake yet. But so she put in the chat group, hey, I need support because I've got something going on in my life. And everybody's like, bam, 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 we're here for you. We're talking about this. We're making it happen. By the way, shout out to Michael for actually jumping right on that and being a support today too. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate it. And thank you, Charlene. Char.
But also behind the context of the whole idea, it's not just about the teachings, it's not just about the spells or the community. It's also really created in a way for a lot of us who participate and use the analogy. You know what I mean? Every Monday night, you do free reading.
You love to jump me to the gun on that. I haven't even gotten to that point
it's
yet.
not like I'm psychic or something,
Right.
but again, it is an incredible, dynamic. It isn't just about the money.
Well,
yes,
that's what I was just
part
saying.
of how
This is
we
the whole,
Right.
support and connections and stuff like that. And we have the chat group. We have the regular group. Emma, if you would like, subscribe and share, I will be happy to put you on the free list. Julie, let me know. You said, please, hello, card, please share it. Okay, I'll put you on the free list. Anytime you guys want to get on the free list, all you got to do is like, subscribe, and share. Viewers from the YouTube, by the way, okay, who like, subscribe, and share from the YouTube will get to ask a question tonight. So, free question if you're
And
coming
this
and
also
joining us on
applies
YouTube.
to Inner Demon Media.
Well, the Inner Demon Media is on Facebook. We're live with them
Ah.
on Facebook. We are not live with them on YouTube right now.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I want to give you all my. See, no, but we actually preach
We
against.
preach against that. We preach against that. Okay. Thank you, Shell. We ask that, yes, we love when you donate.
Those who
to us.
can.
Hold on, let me finish. We love when you donate to us. We very much appreciate it. Okay. That helps us pay our bills, and it's great, and we keep everything going. However, if there is ever a point to where you are not able to pay your rent, you're needing to buy food, I never, ever, ever want your living money. Okay, if you are needing to spend money on your resources to live, to pay your bills, to put food on your table, I do not want that. There is never a point to where a reading somehow supersedes that. So go on and say whatever you were going to say.
No, you said exactly what
Okay,
needed to be
really,
said.
I really want to get on there because there's a lot of people out there that they'll take your last dime.
Listen, this is the flip side to anything. It's human nature.
Mm-hmm.
You have scammers. You have people who talk the talk. Much of what we do is for free. The music we put out for free. We're both active within different dynamics of charity work and stuff. Aspects that we have worked and built with others like Ashley Hart, like what we're doing now with Sid Ryder and Char and others.
I'm telling you, Char's my hero.
Listen, that's great. I believe in that strong dynamic.
How can you not love somebody who has...
And yes, I use dynamic.
Yes, you use the word dynamic. Twice. We like those dynamics. So yes, going back to, but how can you not love somebody? Look at her. Look at that face. Look at that face. I mean, I love her.
But listen, I'm an audio guy. I'm a music guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't translate always within the visual spectrum. Don't get me wrong. If you come at me full Cronenberg, yeah, I may fucking puke. But outside of that,
well, live tonight.
Sid's got his thing, and Sid is very okay. He's very casual. He's just all right. He's going to be okay. Char has, as they would say, like on Forged in Fire, she will kill. Okay, she will. Her voice is very fine-tuned in how she interacts, and it carries. Like, there are dynamics, regardless if you're a musician or if you're a DJ, you can hear it. There's presence in it.
Yeah.
And she definitely has that dynamic.
The monkey has commented, it will kill.
It will kill.
It will kill. Yes. So abso-fucking-lutely. So, Char, don't, it's going to be even worse if, I don't know if Char, if you're a witch or not, but if you're not, come see me. I'll make sure you know how to do all those witchy things, because witch has got a witch.
Welcome to my
guys,
fucking life.
1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Have you picked yours? 1, 2, or 3. Which one are you drawn to? 1, 2, or 3. Last chance for you to pick which one you are drawn to. Pick a card, any card. 1, 2, or 3. 3 different cards, 3 different decks, 3 different messages. Use your intuition. This is your chance to exercise your intuition to tell us what you are drawn to. Oh, and there's Sid Ryder. Sorry, Sid, but Char's still prettier than you.
Oh my God.
I gotta pick up my
listen,
brother
for
Sid.
those people, here's another way to explain this, or translate it, as I like to say. Everything is made of energy to some degree or another. And energy kind of passes through things, not unlike a Wi-Fi signal or electricity. So the dynamic of intent, and this is one of the things Sid and
We're
Papa were
electrifying
talking
your
about
brain.
tonight. That manifestation, that pure dynamic, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you've got a fancy tarot deck or a couple of fucking crayons. You know what I mean? Magic in its pure form is about the caster. It is about the dynamic of belief. It is about the dynamic that we connect into to create. And, magic's one of those loaded words. Depending upon who you talk to, some people, it's like, oh, fucking Harry Potter. But there's magic in cooking. There's magic in comedy. There's magic in music. There are many different levels of magic. Papa was talking about the magic of when you're out and about, if you're hiking, if you're in, a county park or anywhere, and you see garbage, pick it up. Do something, make an effort to make an impact. And that dynamic, there's that word again. It's fucking magic. It's real magic, in my humble opinion. Char's like, Harry, you're a fucking Leviosa.
You're a wizard, Harry. Okay, so that being said, make sure if you have not picked 1, 2, or 3, if you guys would like to get a priority reading, you can donate using the pinned comment down below. Okay, over here you'll see all the different dynamics of the types of readings that you can get. You made your own tarot cards. I'm having fun with it. Traditional donations are
See, as soon as you went to the money, you started to choke up.
right. Traditional dynamics are $5 for a 1 to 2 card reading, $10 for a 3 card reading, $15 for a 5 card reading, and $20 for a full spirit insight reading, or a Akashic records reading, full spirit insight, Reiki or chakra cleansing, or what I've got, look above my head. If you want to send me a picture of you, a current picture, it does not have to be all fancy, and you can tell me, yeah, it's fine for you to show it, or no, don't show it. If you want to send me a current picture of you, I will do an aura reading. There should be a pinned comment there. Yes, there should be a pinned comment. Did I not pin comment on? I swear I thought I pinned commented on the Entertainment Media. Is it not there? You tell me if it's not there, because I'm going to go check it real quick.
See, now this would be the point, and this is one of the things I was talking about on the podcast, and I'll mention it here, with Sid Show, when he does the Delinquent's Ball, these insane commercials. I mean, absolutely fucking hysterical.
Oh, I thought they were great.
I would so love to be able, like in this moment when the witch has to do some sharing.
Can I have your commercial, Sid?
To just, hey, folks, we're going to cut to a commercial and we'll be right back.
I want your commercial, Sid, because those commercials are
great.
freaking awesome. Let me see here on Entertainment Media. There we go. And double check it. And I think there is a pinned comment. We will see in about 5, 4. Yes, there is a pinned comment. So I did pin it. Yes, on the Entertainment page. Absolutely. So it is pinned. Yay. All right, but there should be a pinned comment on the LadyShiya page as well. So if you guys need to know where to donate for being able to ask a question, there it is. I just posted it up again. You found it. Yay, Char. Yo, Entertainment Media. So, otherwise, you can like, subscribe, and share and get a free tarot card, because that's the difference. It's a question of, hey, whether you get to ask a question, or hey, whether we want to see what the universe has to tell you. But you can have a reading whether you want to give me money or not. And if you don't, then that's fine. That equal exchange of energy by liking, subscribing, and sharing. You did something for me, for wherever you're viewing from. And I do something for you by giving you a free one card in return. But really, if you want to have that in-depth conversation, send me money.
Now, again, that does not preclude people from being
Talking
involved.
about and having, yeah,
The
absolutely.
Shiya says this, and I believe this, I teach this as well, too. The messages many times will resonate, even if it isn't specifically about you in the moment, aka if it's a dynamic, say, of somebody struggling with domestic abuse.
Oh, we will always have conversations about
Or
anything.
An
This is the
element
good
of
vibe
single
tribe.
parenting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people will say, hey, you know, I'm going through this, you know, what does the universe say? What am I doing wrong?
We'll
What
have
should I be looking at?
conversations about anything.
And you may be sitting there and it's not your question. You'd be like, holy shit, I'm going through that.
People who are on the priority list right now include Rosemary, happy birthday, and Char, who is on the priority list.
Oh, Char's gonna go deep right down the rabbit hole.
Going down the rabbit hole. And Char, if you're going to send me a picture, or if you're getting a full in-depth reading, one of the ways, either way, you can throw a picture and I will read you on that, or you tell me what it is you want when we get to yours. People who are currently on the free list are Marcia, Diana, Julie, Shell, and Emma. If you like, subscribed, and shared, and have not heard your name on that free list, let me know, please. And I will make sure. Oh, look, she put a little rabbit hole. That's so cute.
Great.
I love it. All right. So let's get into our 1, 2s, and 3s. If you haven't chosen, better choose now, because you know what? Number 1's coming out to be read. Oh my. If you're feeling drawn to 1, you better say 1 now. Okay? Because poof, too late. All right. It's all a matter of perspective. It's all about perspective. You know what? It's so easy for us to get locked up into our perspectives, because this is our viewpoint. This is how we normally see things, and we want to see things our way. Hello, Aries, completely and totally fucking guilty of this one, 1000%. This is the way I see it, therefore, this is the way it is. I have spoken. The wolf's giving me a look.
Yes. Nothing quite like the uncomfortable silence moment.
Because he knows I know, but there are times where all of us do that.
Listen, we are all products of conditioning to some degree or another. I humbly submit that it is arrogance to think that any of us know it all, or that somehow we are not capable of being wrong. I think it's a trap. It's dangerous, and it's not honest. You know what I mean? But here's the flip side, and this is the beautiful part. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. If we don't have these things to compare against...
It's a trap, Will says.
Yes, it's a trap.
How's the audio, Will? I'm assuming you're listening to that a little bit. I hope you are, anyway.
Well, you know, again, the dynamic...
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Gotcha.
Now I've only, used it only 6 times now? I'm trying to keep track, but...
I think we're at 15.
These aspects. You know, and to use an analogy, okay? When I counsel younger men, you know, especially coming off the back end of some horrendous, you know, relationship debacle, the song always remains the same. They come from this dynamic of conditioning. Yes, I threw it out again.
Dynamic and conditioning.
And they have this perspective, because that's what all the other guys do. That's how the other guys think. And everybody's, you know, especially within the rock and roll scene, chicks for nothing, money for free. Yeah, guess what? It doesn't really work that way. So the ones that actually do survive and come out the other end tend to be damaged.
Yep.
And that has a lot of collateral damage.
It does.
And it does stem from that really core dynamic of being open-minded.
So for all of you who chose number 1, your message for you tonight is get out of your own head. Go and look at things from somebody else's viewpoint. If you can't, ask somebody for their fucking viewpoint, okay? Hey, what's your viewpoint? Sometimes we get so locked in, it's like the horses clip-clopping down the street, and they've got their little blinders on so that the traffic doesn't bother them, and they can't see all the dynamics of the things around them because they're going through and they're focused on their dynamic. The wolf's giving me the look. But the whole point of number one is take the blinders off. Look around from a different point of view. Ask other people from their perspectives. Ask them how they see things, because you're going to learn something if you ask for somebody else's viewpoint or look for something through another viewpoint than staying stuck in your current mindset with the blinders on. Okay? So there you go. Definitely not me, Char says. Yeah. All right. So did you have any more input on that?
No, I think it's good. And again, I always emphasize this simple analogy. Take what you need, leave the rest behind. This is all about the possibility. It is not a perfect science. It's no element of it that is so permanently etched in stone. Don't get me wrong. If you stick your hand in a fire, yes, you will get burned. But if you make a left turn at Albuquerque, yeah, you know what? Who knows?
Stick your hand in the fan, and you might lose a finger.
Play fucked up games, win fucked up prizes.
Mm-hmm. So, all of you who chose number 2, here we go. If you haven't picked, you can pick 2 or 3 right now until I put this down.
Own it.
Womp, womp. The Empress. The Empress. Let me tell you, I frickin' and Kimon, thank you for subscribing and sharing, putting you on the free list. And also other people that I put on the free list included Shiara and Annette and Leslie. All of you guys are on the free list as well, by the way. So yes, you're on the free list. So those of you who picked number 2, you get the Empress. The Empress is amazing. She is the one who talks about walking intentionally. She teaches us to set our intentions and then start walking intentionally in that direction. It's also one of the things that I like to say is kind of the Mother Earth card, is that as you walk with your intentions, you're putting your intentions out into the universe and walking softly forward upon the earth, keeping your intentions ever in view and ever in mind. She is matching effort with you. You ever seen those match donations? You know, if you give $1, we'll give $1. So if somebody gives $1,000, then this company's going to match donation. So now you've raised $2,000 kind of thing. Well, the Empress is the universe's energy match donation. Where you put your energy in, the universe will meet you there. But she comes with a caution. Make sure that you are choosing your path. Make sure that you are walking a path you choose, not just hurting down the negative energy pathway. Because if you're hurting down the negative energy pathway, well, the universe is matching energy with you there, too. Oops.
And that's a great point, because one of the biggest problems that high-functioning empaths struggle with is their own self-confidence, is their own vision of self, because so much of our lives are defined by what other people think of us, what other people expect of us, what other people need or what they want. So it is about that aspect of speaking, from truth, being your authentic.
And it's like the if you guys have ever seen the movie The Secret, of course say, Shell, yes, you're on the list, and Blake, yes, I've got you on the priority list, and you said you shared also, so priority and free. And just because you guys do the priority doesn't mean you can't get a free too. You get both. Okay, it's cool. You can do both. But basically, if you're turning around and walking forward and thinking about things, like, for example, so let's take an alcoholic, for example, an alcoholic who is a recovering alcoholic. If a recovering alcoholic is sitting here thinking, I don't want to drink, 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 guess what they're still thinking about?
Drinking.
So they're focusing all of their energy on drinking. Okay, instead of saying, I don't want to drink, say, I want to live. I want to feel good. I want to have fun. Then they're going to be focusing their energy on those things and not thinking about drinking. So they're able to walk with intention in the energy direction that they're going. So that's what the Empress tells you. Choose your direction, start walking there. The universe will match you, but make sure you're choosing, you know?
Hell yes.
Hail to the motherfucking yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the final one, and all of you guys who have just showed up and didn't pick one, this is your card. Okay?
And this is your card. This is from my Art of Water deck. And no joke, hey, you all get the High Priestess.
Woohoo!
And the High Priestess, again, is one of those incredibly powerful cards. It represents, I believe, in the way that I was taught, that pure divine element. And yes, it is many times.
Card in the deck.
Right. It's many times characterized within the feminine aspect. And I believe that that is a good thing to have framed against all the other, obvious bullshit dynamics that we have to deal with. But
dynamics?
Well, listen, in its simplest form, the High Priestess reminds us of who we really are, what we represent, the dynamics of love, the dynamics of compassion, the real elements that make, again, in my opinion, magic so powerful.
Yes, Blakey, that is the old wolf over here talking. So yes, the old wolf, my other half. And we have the monkey too, but we don't have the monkey mic'd up. Now, if monkey wants to be mic'd up, he can go and get my Bluetooth headset, and I'll throw him on the mic.
Oh yeah, there's no way we can try and balance that right in the middle of a show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, Bluetooth always comes in Bluetooth, right?
I mean, we could try. You might blow the whole fucking thing up.
I might.
So, I mean... Yes, Brother Jonathan, thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
And Brother Jonathan, Jay Phoenix, again, to draw a little correlation for those of you who are following some of the music, co-wrote Time of the Phoenix with me. He was part of the core energy, the core magic in making that particular track happen.
Hey, Jack,
you got to make that go away.
Share, and I will put you on the free list. But yes, you did recognize the wolf's voice. He's actually mic'd up, so he probably sounds a little better in the side chair than he has in the past because he's got his own mic. I've got my mic. He's got his mic. So yes, we all have our own thing now.
Yes, thankfully I'm not talking from inside one of the dolls tonight.
No, we're not putting Wolf in the doll. But conversely, he doesn't get to put me in the doll either. Hey, Gloria, thanks for sharing, babe. I will put you on the free list. Rosemary, my birthday friend, how are you? What do you want your reading on, Rosemary? Ask me your question, and I'll tell you no lies. Actually, I think the old phrase is, ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. But I want you guys to ask questions. I look beautiful tonight. Well, thank you. I look like shit up until 10 minutes before the live, and Wolf standing there watching me curl my hair real quick and throw some shit on my face and just trying to talk to me about technical stuff while I was doing it.
Since you're the one that opened the door, it was your fault. You spent way too much time out there in the graveyard killing demons and shit.
I did.
Running around collecting fucking souls.
I was
waited for like a half an hour before it was time to come out here and put the witch hat on.
Yeah, I did, because I was, you know what? Diablo 4 is coming out, y'all. Okay? Diablo 4 is coming out, y'all. By the way, did I mention Diablo 4 is coming out, y'all? My head just exploded. I'm so excited about it. So, we're playing Diablo 3. But meanwhile, Diablo 4 is coming out, y'all! Yeah, I'm not excited or nothing.
No, not at all.
So, general for Rosemary. Okay, so yes, I am playing with a new deck, and Rosemary, it's Rosemary's fault, because I bought this deck because I thought it was really cool. But it's Rosemary's fault that I'm using it, because she was using it one night when we were all reading together, and I was like, ooh, that's a lovely deck. What deck is that? And she said, oh yeah, it's this deck. And I'm like, oh, the Wizard's Tarot. I think I have that. And I looked, and sure enough, I had it, and I'd never even opened it.
Well then.
Yeah.
Not much you can say about that.
No, not much you can say about that. So, you played the beta. Ooh, I hate you right now. You're still my friend, but I hate you right now. I guess we're all going over to Michael's house to go and play Diablo.
Nah, oh, buggy.
So, did you like it? Was it awesome? Lauren, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be happy to put you on the free list. And I'm just going to read off everybody who's on the list right now. For the priority list, we have Rosemary, Char, John, and Blake. For the free list, we have Marcia, Annette, Diana, Julie, Shell, Emma, Leslie, Chiara, Kimone, and Gloria are currently on the free list. So if you shared and you didn't hear yourself on the free list, then let me know and I'll make sure you get on it. Just say shared. Michael, did you share? Char, are you leaving? Because you're coming up next after Rosemary. You better not leave. Kick your butt. I will find you. I will hunt you down. You know I'm kidding. No. We want to read you. You got to stick around, Char.
Char's like, I don't want anybody reading me.
No, you got to stick around. You better wait. I will find you. Rosemary. Hey, I'm a witch. Don't fuck with a witch, okay? All right, so we have the Tower, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles for you, Rosemary. Okay, first of all, you've got a lot of expectations that you've been building up on how you think things should go, how you think things should be. And while you are comfortable in who you are and knowing who you are and stuff like that, you're not always good at, like, the dynamics of explaining these expectations to other people. We quit doing it now. Yes, you're on the free list also, Blake, but I don't put you on both sides. I have a little F by your name, which basically means you get a freebie. But Rosemary, you're not always good at conveying what your expectations are to other people, okay? It is a very important thing for you if you would like to have other people meet these expectations, which they are not doing, and you're setting good boundaries. You know who you are, you know where you're going, but you're going to have to reorganize your thoughts to the point to where you can verbally explain to others what your expectations are and then give them the opportunity to say whether or not they're able or willing to meet those expectations. The reason that the Tower is happening and you're not getting those expectations met is you're not expressing them. So as you express them, I really feel that there's a lot of people in your life that want to meet your expectation set, that want to be there, that want to give, that want to share, that want to be a part of your world, and they think you're freaking awesome. All they need for you to do is explain to them what it is you want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell them what you want, what you really, really want. They'll help you. They'll help you. They'll be there. They'll be there. There you go. How you like my version?
Oh my God.
You don't like my version. So,
and then there was the metal.
Does the monkey want to add something, or?
I'm here by request.
Oh, you're here by request. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing the monkey on the wall routine.
Monkey on the wall routine.
But it is a really great analogy, and a lot of times it isn't just about explaining it. The problem in communication many times is that we believe we are explaining ourselves, and the other person just simply cannot translate it. The motive is not always nefarious or bad. Many times it is the classic communication breakdown.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to do Char now. So it is time to, okay, come on, don't tap to see image. There we go. Okay. Oh, girl, I love your freaking hair. Now, may I show your photo or no? I will let you tell me whether we can show your photo to others while we are doing your aura reading or not. It's up to you. Your hair is freaking awesome. I want my hair color like that. That's cool. You want to see? Look. Isn't that cool?
Yes, no, I've seen some of her promotional stuff through the site.
Okay, they see it anyway. All right, so we're going to, I just put something else up on the screen until we can, so we are going to look and see what Char looks like. So everybody can say, ooh, Char, you're so pretty. Ooh, Char, you're so fun. You're so fun. You blow my mind. Hey, Char. I had to.
Yes, she can be a cheeky witch sometimes. We love her anyway.
I'm a very cheeky witch. So, it makes sense to you. Great. So, first things first is
Hold on, before first things first. Okay. As the man in the room, and I just saw this. Okay, and it's a dynamic that I always make it a point to call out. These bullshit standards that exist within society and culture about what is attractive, what is beautiful, is insane. So I always like to start off, and I saw her do that little lies with the that is the first trigger indicator
trigger.
And I hate to say this, but obviously somebody has not
Rosemary.
shown you the dynamic that you deserve. So I always like to call it out. And this is not a dynamic of sexuality. Thank you. Beauty starts inside. But we are caught within this maze. And it's a house of mirrors. It's all illusions about what is attractive, what defines beauty, what defines sexuality. All of it is just a fucking mess. But they are not lies. I submit to you, my sister.
And Char's right. Beauty starts inside. And that's one of the things that we're looking at with your aura. So the first thing that I'm going to say is that you absolutely have an inner light that comes from within. And what I'm seeing here specifically is that, and you're probably going to disagree with me because you're a public figure. You put yourself out there. But inside, there's a part of you that's always holding back. There's a part of you that's always wondering if you're too much for people that are around you. And you're always kind of second guessing yourself. And while you're walking around with this beautiful aura of confidence, you have this inside thinking, am I too much? Am I acceptable? Am I palatable? Okay, that's going on inside of you. Fuck that shit. Okay?
Listen,
because it doesn't matter if you're palatable to them or not. You be you.
This is the bane of high-functioning empaths. By our nature, because we care, because we feel, we tend to, whether we like it or not, reflect what other people see in us. Sometimes we do it purposely to meet their expectations. Sometimes we just, for whatever reason, do it. But inevitably, somewhere along the line, somebody else's perspective, somebody else's version of who we are now gets overlapped with who we really are. And again, the cultural aspect that tends to repeat is that somehow we are less than, somehow we're not good enough, somehow this. And, it's a thing we all have to struggle with.
So, moving on with more of your reading, but yes, we all have to struggle with that. Absolutely. So the first thing another thing that I'm seeing here is that you are, consider yourself extremely grounded. That grounding in part of you, that is not natural. It's like you've had to turn around and constantly check yourself before you wreck yourself. You've had to enforce the context of staying grounded for yourself. You force that dynamic. It is not a natural thing to you. And I see that when I'm looking at the red in your aura there, is that this is something that you have cultivated. This is something that you have created so that you have a solid foundation and that you somehow consider yourself kind of grounding in reality. However, you're an extreme visionary. What I'm seeing is that what's constantly trying to push behind that red there is, and we've got this weird kind of blend of the red and then purple with that third eye, and that third eye and crown. It's almost like ametrine kind of thing, that third eye and the crown thing, to where they're all kind of coming in, and that's that visionary up in the clouds. I've got so many fucking ideas that I don't know what to do with all of these ideas, it's overlaying you. And I'm seeing literally a mesh and a war between this constantly forcing yourself to be grounded and just how much of a visionary you are, Char. I would say they don't need to fight. And before, Wolf has a card here for you that he's going to look into in a second. But I will say here, they don't need to fight. You are like this crystal, my dear. This is quartz and tourmaline. Okay, so this is tourmalated quartz, and this is actually a crystal that I think would resonate really well with you, because it is about having that connection to the universe as well as staying grounded. Okay, these two things do not need to war, but you are at war within yourself with them, and because of that, you're constantly like feeling like, I've got to go this way, gotta go that way, gotta go this. You can do both. There's no reason why not. The wolf pulled a card for you, though. We have for you the Chariot.
Yes, and pulled from more of an oracle context, but the Chariot always is a very simple and defined message about creating our own path forward. It really, really just becomes, the choice of not letting other people's perspective stop us from, again, as you would say, being our authentic self.
Yep.
So if you have a passion for something, if something speaks to you, the very definition of it says explore it.
Yep.
Take the Chariot, create a path forward. What is the worst case scenario? You go back and, you take another path.
Yep.
But the only way to find out is by going ahead. It's the old, Wild West analogy too. You have to go explore to find a lot of these things.
Now, Char, one more thing I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something that you've wondered your entire life. No, you're not fucking crazy. Yes, you are actually hearing spirits. No, they are not dead people. You are communicating with spirits on other levels, different things that are around you. You are actually able to sense and feel energies. And while you don't hear it in words, you get full impressions and things like that. You are deeply connected to the spirit world. No, you are not insane. It is there. It is real. It is part of your gift. So just going to throw that out there. I know that you've had a lot of self-doubt on that. You've kind of questioned it 15 ways from sideways. And I'm just going to tell you right now, you're not cray-cray. So there you go.
Yeah, and that tends to happen a lot too. The human nature element is that something that's outside the box, something that threatens the status quo, is weird, is dangerous. Ooh, you're a witch.
But you're not really tuned into hearing from the dead, like those who are dead, those who have passed on. You're literally hearing from different spirit energies, be it the fae, angels, however people want to call them. It's how you relate to the spirit world, and you're feeling in input and energies from them. So, I see something here. You want to pass him that? No? Okay. Because nobody's going to hear you unless I repeat your words. Or you can just...
Well, card I've drawn is the moon. And the moon, quite simply, for me here, represents somebody who is capable of being a spiritual leader of sorts, somebody who's capable of great healing, great potential, but I also see a blockage, something in your way to achieving this, something that requires eternal healing.
Yes, the monkey has been working on his dynamics of reading.
Yes, amazingly, my mother passed it to me. I have now passed it to my son here, the monkey. And
the witch is fully encouraging of this.
Yeah, well, then she just revels in it.
I do. I'm like, oh, I have somebody to pass all my knowledge down to. I'm so happy. So monkey's going to get all this witchy knowledge and pagan knowledge dumped on his head, and he decide what the hell he wants to do with
this
it.
is the wild thing about perspective. It doesn't mean that a thing is wrong. You could look at something, and depending upon where you're looking at it from, it will appear differently. And sometimes that insight is incredibly important in being able to understand. Because you can't really deal with something if you don't understand it. I talk a lot about practical element. And again, not the Harry Potter spinning a fucking wand around, but the aspects that we can really apply and use.
So Blakey says you have a very spiritual voice, monkey. I'll tell you what, he has a great voice because he's our DM for our sessions for Dungeons and Dragons. What?
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm just
man,
like
don't
going
hate.
into that. Don't
I
hate.
just
Yeah.
That's right. No.
No, you passed your voice on to him.
No, that's quite okay.
He's been our DM for most of the sessions. You're our DM now, but you're just starting to
Yeah.
But
I'm the guy who started it, so that's okay.
I wasn't around when you started it.
Listen, I feel like this is a moment from Almost Famous, and Sid will get this.
Okay.
You know, I'm just like, the bus is pulling away. I'm walking out of the fucking mini mart, and everybody else is driving away, and I'm just like, yeah, don't mind me. I'm just the fucking lead singer.
Yeah. No.
So yeah.
But yes, no. He got it all from you. But he does have a great voice.
Listen, I'm being a cheeky wolf now.
Yes, you're being a cheeky wolf now. And King Desmond, welcome to your curse. Fuck off, bye.
Oh yeah, you gotta love that.
What the ones that come up and say, inbox me for your free reading. Those are your scammers, guys. Watch out. All right, just saying. Jonathan Porter, you are up next on our priority list. Meanwhile, we have a couple of people from the freebie list we want to get to really quick. Marcia, Annette, and Diana, are you guys here? Let me know if you guys are here. Marcia Padilla, Annette, the unique queen, and Diana, the assassin queen. Assassina.
Now, Sid Ryder, Inner Demon Media,
Yes.
Inner Demon Radio will be on my podcast next Tuesday.
Okay.
Char, if you're still with us, love to have you come on at some point as well, too. Definitely, especially with Shiya, I could see the two of you definitely tearing some shit up.
Oh, Char and I are going to be two peas in a pod. I already know this. She my hero. You're going to DM me your question.
Brother Jonathan's jumping into your fucking DMs. Here we go.
It makes me wonder if there's like, can I read it out loud or not? I don't know. So Annette and Diana are here. So let's see. Anybody you feel like you want to pull?
Yeah, no, I'll pull one for my sister Diana.
Okay, and I'll pull one for the unique queen, Annette. Annette. Okay, stop feeling like you have nowhere to go. Stop feeling like you're at a dead end. Sometimes you just got to think things through to see the way out. And sometimes that kind of thing that the universe is kind of like saying, hey, you don't need to be going anywhere right now. You're not going to be allowed to move forward. Sometimes that's because you're in a goddamn cocoon and you're in the middle of transformation. You'll be able to move forward when you transform into the butterfly, and you can fly your way out because you're not meant to be crawling your way out of the situation, okay? Transformation time. And for the assassina,
for my sister Diana, we have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords, especially in a oracle frame, is very interesting because it reflects a dual element. It reflects the experiences, the trauma, the pain, okay, the skeletal side. And the other side is who we are. And many times, and this isn't by choice, we are forced to wear both faces. They are, in essence, reflections of each other. One reflects the dark, one reflects the beauty. But within the two, more times than not, is where we really find the balance. So the Seven of Swords, I find a lot of times represents that balance between our pain and our love. Because if you let the one side overlap the other, then we just become fucking monsters. But the other side of it is if we just, as you say, just start blowing, unicorn farts.
yeah,
We're just, it's paid in place. We're not real. We're just, we're phony. So it's okay to wear it.
absolutely. Hello, Jessica. Okay, you zellied in, so let me check it and get you on the list, my dear. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Miss Jessica. Let's see. Put on the list. All right. And are you wanting
Very
to do...
well said, Diana. Yes, it can be armor. It is a self-defense mechanism by its pure nature. But in the analogy of defensive magic, yes, absolutely. The world that we live in sometimes requires us to let the darker side be known. And, from your assassin queen position, I think that's awfully gracious because, really it is a simple, do you want to fucking die? No?
I don't want to motherfucking die.
So I appreciate, when people are just, they're upfront about that.
Right.
It's honest. You know what I mean? It's refreshing.
Hence your dark poetry. And you know what? Those darker expressions are very necessary.
That was very powerful too.
Yes. So, shadows cannot exist without light. Absolutely. If you don't have a shadow, you're not standing in the light. Yeah. But did you die? No, but it was terrifying for a hot minute. So, and yes, but shadows also are a context of getting rest. Sometimes we have to go into the shadow in order to rest and restore before we can go out and deal with the light. If we're in the light too much, we might get a sunburn.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I like some shade once in a while. I also like to throw some shade once in a while, but that's a whole nother thing.
Context.
Context
matters.
Yes.
The little things, the details.
So Jonathan has sent his question, and I'm going to take this in stages, okay? And I'm going to answer the first part of your question here in stages and pass the phone over to the wolf so he can actually read your question too. What I'm seeing here, Jonathan, is that you have been working really hard in a support role. You've been working so hard to support everybody around you and take care of what they're doing. And you have, because of that, have learned to start seeing your path in lieu of everybody else's path. Okay? And I guess what that means is that you're changing your path up based upon the way everybody else, you're easily influenced, buddy. I don't know what better way to say this. You're going on helping somebody else, and you say, oh, if they go this path, it could help them. I'll go that path first, walk the road, and maybe drag them along behind me. Okay, so you trying to help them is actually influencing your path into going directions that you wouldn't go on your own. You're just going in those ways to help other people around you, be it brothers, sisters, families, and helping people's not bad. I mean, look at me. I love helping people. But you cannot let helping people, don't set yourself on fire to make everybody else warm. And that's the third part of this, is that because you're going down other pathways for their benefit rather than for your own, you're missing out on the signs that the universe is sending you for you and your own personal growth.
A simpler translation to some of this, and knowing you personally, my brother, this is like radiation sickness. Call it empathy sickness. You have exposed yourself to so much shit, okay, that by default, you have absorbed it. So it is now having what we like to refer to as side effects.
Mm-hmm.
And in that spectrum, it makes you incredibly vulnerable to things like self-doubt, over-analysis that can get translated into anxiety. But it's what disconnects us from who we really are. And I would submit to you, as Shiya said, that it's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're not looking at it for what is good for you. And some of it is just in the simple choices of, hey, this is what I want. This is what I need. Now, granted, you can't shove that down somebody else's throat, but when you can at least get honest within yourself, it makes it easier to find the initiative, to find the drive, the will, as they say, to move forward. Yeah, jump in, monkey.
Hey, John. Card I got for you, man, I think is really fitting. It's the Hermit. I think this is a sign you need to take some time, distance yourself from, I don't want to say everyone, but maybe what you need is everyone. And it's not to say, you can't come on and say hi when we're on, but this also means that your connections to everyone is what's holding you back, I think. You need some time to sit alone, to reflect about what's best for yourself, because without a cup that's, got enough in it, you don't have anything to give, man.
Very, very insightful. So yes. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? But yeah, I mean, you need to start making your choices for yourself, and I agree with this hermit wholeheartedly for you there. Okay, you got to start determining what's right for you. Let me pass that over to you. Now, the second stage of what path you should be walking on. Okay, and this is what you're kind of like the second stage of the question to ask here.
I was gonna say, yeah, the whole my face.
Oh, Jonathan, Monkey wants you to know that is his favorite card in that whole deck. So, why is it your favorite card?
I don't know. I can't really.
He doesn't
give an
know?
honest
It
answer,
speaks
but
to him.
I
Speaks to him.
think
Okay, kind of what? Kind of what, Jennifer? Glad to see you here, though. Happy. Yes, it's literally his favorite card, Jonathan, in that deck, and he said it to me many a time.
And listen, it doesn't mean that your path is wrong, or that, again, necessarily that you're doing something wrong. You're just not dealing with the other things. It's not unlike, we'll walk around with a busted, part of our car because we just don't have the time or the money to address it, and it does more damage, and it ends up costing us more time and money than just kind of, stepping back, as Monkey said.
Yep.
Take the reflective dynamic, stop doing or exposing yourself again to everyone else's problems. Embrace some of the more, upbeat things. Pick up, a guitar, write a song, write words, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay.
Give us lyrics.
You know what I mean? Express yourself. Tap into what's inside of Jonathan. And then, when you purge yourself of all the other bullshit, you'll find yourself able to really see the dynamics that speak to you.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to walk it with more authority, with more confidence.
Absolutely.
And again, as your friend, you know what I mean? You have the gifts, okay?
John, what I'm seeing here is that you need to reconcile with yourself. You need to actually start liking you. Okay? That's kind of the core dynamic, is you're kind of looking to be liked and accepted and all this other stuff from the people that you're helping. You need to start being your own best friend. You need to start liking you. You need to start helping you. Again, we have the crone. And the crone goes along exactly with what the hermit was, which is kind of going down the rabbit hole of your own journey. And then what do we have here? I have to do this because this is so fucking perfect. This is the Phoenix card in this deck. This is the Phoenix. You see literally the wings, the fire, the transformation, the opening of the third eye. As you start liking yourself and you start being you and start going on the journey that you're meant to go on for you, you will absolutely transform and rise from those ashes, and you're not going to feel stuck no more. I mean, that's fucking beautiful. Jonathan Phoenix gets the Phoenix card. No, seriously, look at it here.
Listen, sometimes the universe will
See that? That's a Phoenix card.
will literally throw us a burning fucking bird.
Yes, a burning fucking bird.
So, make of it
Phoenix.
what you will. I wanted to address something because one of the things that we do a lot when things come up in context, and I see comment from Susie, I guess some things are going sideways to you. So I wanted to just extend and say, hey, try and hang in there with whatever.
If you're trying, she was trying to get away from somebody. Susie, if you don't know how to block people, let me know. Send me a message. I'll teach you how to block somebody. Okay? And just every time they show up, block them again. Come on, no, you haven't missed your turn. Shell, you haven't missed your turn either. But people who
hang
donate...
in there. Yep, we're getting to that.
People who donate get kind of skip the line.
Well, we always try and make it a point, regardless if
you're on the list, you're on the list. You will not be skipped.
Right.
And we like, for example, Marcia Padilla took off. I don't know if she's here or not, but I've still got her on the list, but she's like in a different phase of the list. So I was like, hey, last call for Marcia to let me know if you're here. But people who are still on the list right now, and you will get a card as long as you're here for it. Julie, Shell, Emma, Leslie, Chiara, Kimon, Gloria, and Anita. All of you guys are on the list. Okay, so don't go away. We just got some people who they sent money, so they get to go first. That's how that works. So, Jonathan, I hope that helps and blesses you. Blakey! Blake, you're up next, babe.
And seriously, brother, try writing some stuff. Shoot me out some stuff. We'll talk.
Yes. Jessica, you're on the priority list, girl. That was the free list. Priority list is you, Blakey, and then you for the priority list. Those are the people on the free list.
Yes, you basically get to cut the lunch line.
Yes, you cut the line. I saw something. It's funny because I guess Europeans were sitting there complaining that Americans get really mad when somebody cuts them in line. And I'm looking at this like, that being said by like somebody from Great Britain who invented the queue. Nobody loves to queue more than Great Britain. Did you see the pictures of the queue for the Queen's lying in state? It was like 2 miles long, the queue was. Okay? I'd be pissed off if I was in a 2-mile long queue and somebody cut in front of me in the queue. I'd be pissed.
Listen, I kind of...
You can go back to the top guard, showing up for like and that even went down in Great Depression.
And that
Yes.
I'm normally on till midnight to 1 a.m., somewhere around in there. So, you're here. Tell me what the cards speak. All right. So, Blake, General, the cards, we shall see what they speak to you of. Anybody else feels like they need to speak? Pull your cards. That being said to the other men in the room.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. I should actually change it back to the big screen. Yes. You brought the magician. Hi, Gooby. That's the black cat, for those who don't know.
Yeah, she actually is a witch with a black cat, but the black cat was ours before the witch came, so ironically,
the black
the
cat
witch belongs to the black cat.
The witch belongs. The witch
Yeah,
does not belong to
the black cat
No.
came first, so technically, you're on the low
black
end of the
cat
totem pole.
would technically be my grandkitty.
All right, yeah.
You'd be Gracie's nephew.
Oh, God, no.
All right, Diana.
Oh,
Sweet
feel better,
dreams,
sister.
my dear. I hope you feel better. I'm sorry you're still feeling ill. I know you mentioned yesterday that you were feeling sick, so I hope you feel better, babe. All right. So what I see here, first of all, we're starting off with the 7 of Wands. So I don't know what's going on, Blake, that has you feeling so defensive, but we have the 7 of Wands followed immediately by the Page of Cups, which is your narcissism card. And then the 9 of Swords, which is like, if you're happy and you know it, overthink. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Cups and the 4 of Swords. What the hell are you going through? Because you had a black cat named Black Sabbath. That's awesome. All I'm seeing here is that you are in this highly defensive position because somebody has been coming at you that has been exhibiting narcissistic behaviors, and you're kind of going back and forth and overthinking it and thinking, well, I'm feeling this kind of way, but is it really me or is it them? And I don't know if this narcissistic person is making you overthink this whole situation or what, but don't overthink it, okay? What we're coming to at the end here is the 4 of Swords is you need to back the fuck off and get some distance, because as long as you are up this close to the situation, you're going to keep second guessing your ass, okay? You're going to keep overthinking it, okay? And you absolutely are not, everything I'm seeing here is you're not in the wrong at all. You are 1000% right to be in this defensive mode. You need to be You need to be defensive. You need to be protective, okay? Now, coming down below here, we have the Eight of Swords, which tells me here that this is actually the Eight of Swords. In this case, I feel like you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from saying, fuck this shit, let me cut off my narcissist, okay? Here's the thing. All of your friends are saying, fuck this shit, cut off your narcissist, okay? And once you actually do that and get in with your sisters, get in with your friends, okay? Then we have the Page of Wands, which is a new kind of explosion in your life of creative energy and growth, okay? Like a brand new beginning, okay? And this is fucking awesome. But you've got to stop overthinking your shit. You've got to stop holding yourself back. Connect with your friends, your sisters, your tribe, your brothers, your extended family, the people who are there for you, all of the ones that have been saying, girl, it is time to cut off your narcissist. Okay? So I don't know why you're second guessing yourself, but cut it the fuck out. Meanwhile, the monkey has something for you.
So the card I have for you is the reversed Princess of Discs or Pentacles. This is an Earth card. I believe the Princess here is representative of spring, and as she is appearing reversed, I think we are seeing a series of problems or conditions or effects you've been going through that have been giving you this winter-like stalemate. This period of stagnation, and it is coming around. It's holding spring back. It's time to let it go and let spring forth.
Yeah, the pentacles are often a foundational, okay, or discs are often a foundational, and the Princess of Discs here, the Princess of Pentacles, or in the regular tarot would be the Page of Pentacles in reverse, is just pretty much saying you have no foundation. You don't have a solid foundation for yourself. And like the monkey said, while it's holding spring back, you're in this winter time. You're also in this time to where nothing's stable, you know? So you gotta turn around and cut off this narcissistic asshole, whatever's going on that's had you in this defensive mode for so damn long, in order to get spring. I mean, spring is springing for the rest of us. We'd like for you to spring with us, Blake.
I like sometimes to use pop culture to better translate concept ideas. That whole spread setup to me kind of looked like the Kobayashi Maru scenario in Star Trek. Okay. It's the no-win scenario. And this is the hardest thing. Listen, in its serious dynamic, and I had to use dynamic again, but seriousness.
I stopped doing it.
These scenarios, especially when you're dealing with a narcissistic opponent, okay, they are literally a no-win scenario. It's going to come out shitty no matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, okay, despite our best intentions, we cannot control it. So the lesser of the two evils becomes, okay, what do we have to do to protect ourselves and, you know, to the degrees that we have to protect others, obviously, if there's going to be fallout. But ultimately, and it is the reverse scenario, sometimes the needs of the many do outweigh the needs of the few.
Fuck yeah.
Or in this case, the one, the fucking narcissist.
Yes, absolutely. So hopefully that helps and blesses you there, Miss Blake. And did we answer all of your questions? Let us know. Jessica Edwards, we've missed you greatly. So glad you're back. What's going on in your world? What would you like your reading on, my dear? Meanwhile, Julie, Shell, and Emma, you guys are going to be next up on the freebies right after Jessica's reading. So stay put. Jessica gets to go first. She skipped the line. I'm not even keeping enough of that, Herbert. Okay. Blessed be Blake. And Blake, It's not like you're not part of this wonderful group called the Mentorship Circle, where you could, I don't know, maybe talk to some of the rest of us about some of the shit that you're going through, because we're here together and supporting you, you know, because you are and have been a wonderful and valued and much loved member. So why don't you actually get in the chat and talk to us about your shit, because we're here to support you. We love you. Because you know what? If you're in the shit, we're in the shit with you, because in the circle, we are family.
I believe, and Shiya teaches this, the most important element of shadow work is relearning or reconditioning ourselves, so that way we feel that our thoughts and our feelings actually do matter. Many times we are forced into this illusion that somehow we shouldn't talk about how we feel, that we shouldn't ask questions if we're not sure, that we're afraid they'll think I'm stupid or they'll think I'm emotional. And it's bullshit. It's a trap. It's an illusion. Mm-hmm. We are, by our nature, this is how we evolve, strength in numbers. We learn from each other. So using that is just a simple blueprint. Mm-hmm. It's actually intelligent to do those things, but again, we are conditioned into believing that, you know, emotions and all these things, that they're a weakness, that it makes us less than.
Let me ask you. Well, I have somebody here that I can ask you. Is seeing a weakness?
No.
Is hearing a weakness?
I don't think so.
Is touching things a weakness?
Oh God, no.
Okay. Is your taste buds a weakness? Right.
Ironically, yeah.
Right. Taste buds, not all your senses. They're not weaknesses. No. Why would you consider your emotional senses a weakness? It is another sense, just like all the other. Touch, taste, sight, smell, all of that. It's a strength to be aware of an input source, such as emotions.
Well, because it's the most important one to control, because everything else stems from that. So when you can condition a person to believe a thing, they are easier to control.
Exactly.
It is, unfortunately, you know, old is cave drawing.
Who is this for? You pull something? Is this for somebody? Okay. Who is it for? Oh, for Jessica. Okay. So, Jessica, we're going to start off with the reversed 5 of Wands.
So, with the 5 of Wands, I see a lot of conflict, and conflict often arises within verbal constraints, like arguments, and whether that's people you're close to or just random people. Maybe you're, you know, getting in verbal altercations on the road. Road rage is one killer type of thing, man. Either way, I see a lot of it, and it's not serving any purpose. So whatever verbal altercations you're starting to run into, unless they're seriously crossing a boundary of yours, let it go.
5 of Wands is a drama card, and I don't like drama. You like drama? No. Monkey's like, no drama.
Listen, we get baited.
Yep.
Especially when people know that we have emotional buttons. Emotional damage. They will push the fucking button.
Yep.
And we fall into the trap.
Jessica, so going along the lines of what the universe has to say to you, first of all, for your totem animal, for the overall base element of this whole thing, we have the frog spirit. And it's interesting because the top line is kind of like, what is the message that your animal is carrying with it? And we have Pachamama, which is one of the earth goddesses, one of the creation goddesses, the goddess of creation. The frog spirit is very much about adaptability. Okay, amphibian, being able to start one way and completely, like, you know, from an egg and then into a tadpole, and then completely change and transform into an adult frog, and then be able to adapt to being in the water or out of the water, amphibious. The frog spirit is ultimate adaptability as well as ultimate transformation. Everybody's like, oh, butterflies are transformation. Yeah, frogs are transformation too. But not only do frogs transform, but they stay adaptable. They are ready to change and be whatever they want. And then when we have that adaptability matched with the goddess of creation, with Pachamama, okay, a creation goddess, a goddess of the earth and the stars and all that sort of thing, is saying that, you know what, you have some creation that's happening, that's coming for your life, and you need to be adaptable for the things that the universe and the goddess of creation, or the gods of creation, or the universe of creation, whatever you want to call it, are bringing to you. That you are going through this transformation, but you need to stay adaptable, because the universe is bringing you some awesome shit. Okay, that's actually really strong, really powerful message right there. Oh, you've never seen the animal spirit reading?
No.
Oh, okay.
And you have to pull one by absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. So this is the totem animal. Next is the spirit animal. And the spirit animal is the one that is, actually, let me go back here. The spirit animal is about, the current chapter of your life that you're in. So not necessarily your entire life and life purpose, but what's going on right now in your current chapter. And, oh, we have somebody here. You guys can say something. They're like, scammer.
Listen, again,
fuck the scammer. Bye, fucking
scammer. I don't want to give them
scammer.
that extra energy.
That's all right. I'd rather tell them fuck them. I like telling them fuck them. Fuck you, scammer.
Listen to me
Bye-bye.
Again.
That's your prerogative.
That's my prerogative, yes. So for your spirit animal, we have the wombat spirit. Oh my god, I love wombat spirits. Okay. Hi, Shell. Yes, you're coming up soon. Don't worry. You're up after Jess. And you, Julie, and Emma are going to be up next on the freebies. But we're going to finish Jess's reading first. So the wombat spirit. Wombats, man, they are determined. And wombats are a kind of an animal that will, when they will nest and they will furiously defend their nest. Okay. They will literally make themselves at home anywhere. You put them in any kind of an environment, okay, and they will find a way to make themselves at home. They will find a way to den. They will find a way to nest. They'll find a way to get along with certain things and chase out everything else. Okay, now when we're going to put that together with the Indian cross, this is a kind of a guidepost or a goalpost for you to wherever you are, be there. Okay, that's what the wombat is saying for you. Wherever you are, be there. Be where you're at. Be fully in the moment and just handle your shit from where you are. Don't turn around and say, oh, if only I could go this way and be over here and do it this way, it would be great. Or if only I could have $1 million over here and be that way, then that would be great. And the wombat spirit with the Indian cross is saying, you know what, wherever you are, just handle your shit from that place. Don't turn around and say if only or what if or whatever. Handle your shit from where you are. Find a way to make yourself at home, and wherever you are, be there. You look like you had something to say on it.
No, I will have an overall commentary.
Okay, because you know you can comment.
There's a theme.
We're also not.
There's no toes.
You're on a roll.
I'm always on a roll.
And I know what happens when you step on a witch's toes.
Yeah, we're on a house.
And steal your ruby slippers.
Oh my god. All out me like that. Jesus.
Right. So what we have here is, it's kind of funny because the message is another animal, and this is your power animal. This is the message for the now, for the right now. This is an applicable message for right now, for the crap at this moment. We have the lizard spirit, okay, and along with the coyote. And what's really coming across with this one when they're combining is I'm getting a whole gecko vibe. I'm getting the whole chameleon gecko style vibe, okay, which is being able to scurry, being able to go wherever you need to go, being able to blend in how you need to blend in. The coyote is the trickster. The coyote is the one that will outthink you. Okay, and you're all sitting here thinking, I won, and the coyote is sitting over here with the prize saying, you did what now? That's cute. I won about 15 minutes ago while you were still celebrating. Okay, so the coyote is definitely, along with the lizard spirit, again showing that changing that environment. You got, and when I'm looking at this as a whole, I'm definitely seeing changes, being able to roll with the changes. And go ahead, honey. I know you're going to say something. I feel it.
Well, like with most things, and I use the coin analogy, there are two sides.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of the dynamic and the common element that reoccurs is that many times these very dynamics can make us vulnerable to predators.
Yeah.
The coyote at the end of the road there kind of, has a very dual aspect to it. And that many times is a result. Sometimes it's conditioning, it's trauma, but sometimes it's our instincts. Our instincts go off and say, there's a predator.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? And we have to be able to remove the emotional variable.
Emotional damage.
And get ourselves the fuck out of danger.
The neat thing about a coyote, actually, they're alone. They're quite skittish. They're quite shy. They will run from every single problem that they encounter, essentially, because it's the safe thing to do. However, when you get a pack of coyotes together, they are some of the ballsiest, scariest things to encounter when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
I mean,
he's not wrong.
The little details matter.
Yep. So, I mean, you need to be able to be adaptable. You need to be able to be fully in the moment. Don't live too far forward. Don't live too far in the past. Be fully in the now. Be adaptable. Be open to the things that the universe is showing you, and be on your guard too, for sure. Like the wolf
and
says.
Trust your instincts.
Yeah, trust your instincts.
Like the coyote.
I don't know. Sometimes
role reversal is a good thing. Sometimes we just have to flip the script. So that's not always a bad thing.
I don't think there's anything different with me, Kimon. Is there anything different with me?
I don't know. Did you cast a spell?
No.
I mean, I've always thought.
I didn't have makeup on earlier. I have it on now. I don't know. It's glimmer. We are who we are. That's all we can be. So, Jessica, I hope that helps and blesses you. Did that answer all of your questions, my dear? Meanwhile, Julie, I know Shell's here, and Emma. Julie and Emma, are you guys still here? Chiara, no, we're actually getting into the freebies right now, so glad to have you back. So for Shell, what I've got for you, you know what? Masks and masks and masks and masks and masks and masks and masks. Actually, this is the whole thing of, do you even know who you are anymore, Shell? Okay, you're trying to make everybody else happy, but there are so many layers to you and so many masks that you've been able to put on to help this person. Okay, here's my mom mask. Here's my work mask. Here's my friend mask. Who are you, Shell? What is it that you really want? We have the Russian nesting dolls going on here, saying that there's layers upon layers upon layers of you. It's time for you to get to know yourself, okay? We were just talking about makeup. Scrub off all the makeup and see what's underneath. Find who you are. And if you don't like what you see, create who you want to be. It's never too late to reinvent yourself.
Stop worrying about other people's opinions and stop wearing masks to make it easier for them.
Yep.
Because the moment you take it off and you focus on yourself, the moment life gets easier for you instead of the other way around.
Well said.
Zabadoo.
Zabadoo. Who are you pulled for, my love?
I have pulled for Julie.
All right. So, Julie.
And I'm going to read this because I pulled from
the Art of Life deck.
Yes, the Art of Life
I love
deck.
that deck.
This deck is incredibly unique in that it uses not only imagery from our history and from lore, but it also uses quotes from a variety of sources, religion, philosophers, authors, comedians. So for you, sister, I have the Six of Pentacles. And there's a quote from Muhammad: "A man's true wealth is the good he does in this world." And the six is a reflective, it's an inner aspect that many times defines empaths, especially high-functioning empaths, that we are at our best when we are helping other people.
We really are. I mean,
Right.
and sometimes helping others can help us survive a really dark moment in our life.
Yeah.
I know when I was going through my dark night of the soul, if you want to call it that, you know, I without being there and helping other people, I don't know I would have made it through.
I believe there is no greater magic than in helping somebody in need. The foundation that we belong to, the Under My Skin for Life Foundation, the motto is simply helping those in time of need.
Mm-hmm.
It is an open-ended dynamic. I snuck it in again.
Dynamic.
Emotional damage.
I need to do the
You gotta
the
reprogram.
beep.
Listen, we're just trying to
I
get
gotta
the fucking thing
reprogram the
working.
task cam so I can
Yeah.
beep you every time you say dynamic. Beep.
Yeah,
beep.
yeah. But It-
Sensitive.
it
Yes.
is a simple philosophy, and it is built from the concept of strength in number. So, and the flip side of it is, when we feel disconnected and, you know, we don't know what to do with ourselves, the first thing I always recommend and I suggest is volunteer. Help somebody else. Many times, just a simple distraction alone will help us get through our own stuff. This is how it works. We support each other.
Mm-hmm.
You take what you need, you leave the rest behind. But there is true wealth in that. It is powerful. The most powerful magic, again, in my opinion.
I agree. Real magic, not Wingardium Leviosa. So,
You gotta do it. No, I'm putting you on the spot.
do it,
You gotta
do
do it. I'm kicking you out of the fucking studio.
Leviosa.
fucking love it when he does that. Hello, Ishikawa. How are ya? Okay, so looking for the next people on the list. First of all, last call for Marcia Padilla and Emma Jane. Let me know if you guys are here still for your freebies. Meanwhile, the next three up on the list are Leslie Garul, Tiara Brown, and Kimone Raynor. So we know that Kimone is here. So who are you pulling for, Monkey? We know Kimone's here. You want to pull for her?
I think Kimone's gonna get a monkey.
Kimone?
The indigo monkey has arrived.
Oh, she gets one of my favorite cards. Look at that.
There we go.
So this is one of my favorite renditions of strength, and the overbearingly cute anime girl on the card here is supposed to represent a magical girl, magic girl,
Magic girl.
much like something like Sailor Moon. And their whole aspect is power came from within. It was your spirit, your heart. And that really is what gave you your strength. And the reversed strength here seems to be a lack of inner conviction. I see you faltering on the inside, and it's this lack of conviction that is making you falter in all of your actions and decision making. Take some time, figure it out, and I think
Find your magic. Oh, a second one came.
sneaky. Your way forward is going to be a vehicle of your own design, aka what the Chariot is telling us here. So figure out what inner strife you're dealing with and make a vehicle of your own design to move forward with, and that is where you're going to find your strength.
Awesome. Is he not an awesome reader? I swear, you're getting better and better by the day.
Generational magic. It's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Hey, Shell, did you not see your reading? Because we did one, so you might want to kind of rewind a little bit and check it. I think it was, about 5 minutes ago?
Barely.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just missed it, huh?
just missed it. Leslie and Shiara. So who are you pulling for?
But if I might please, and
You want to pull another one for Shell?
I'm going to, yes.
Okay, the wolf is going to pull another one for you, Shell. And Ishikawa, yes, absolutely. I'd love to add you to the list. Let me know that you've liked, subscribed, and shared, and I'll stick you on the list, my friend.
So, Shell, I pulled an extra card for you so that way, you can go back and watch Shiya, so you have two dynamics. You have the one side that you'll have to go back and look at, and that was, we'll call it, the magical side of it. Here is
The practical side?
this is the darker flip side of the coin sometimes.
Darkness.
Okay? And it's the Eight of Wands. And the quote is from Plato. Nothing ever is, but all things are becoming. All things are the offspring of flux and motion.
Actually, I think that's a quote from Plato's Allegory of the Cave.
Yes. And here's the simple translation. Okay? We tend to spin in our own fucking heads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We buy into other people's perceptions. We buy into their manipulations, and then somehow all of a sudden we reflect something that was never who we fucking are. And the old analogy, sometimes we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. You're having phone issues. Well, we're glad you came back, Shell. So, yeah.
And it'll be there for you to go back and listen to both of them. Now, again, this is an important thing to know about this. This is not reflective of your choice. This is what happened to people when they go through long-term trauma conditioning. Okay?
Yeah.
So, again, don't take it as something that you did wrong, but nonetheless, you're the one that still has to deal with the damage. So that's half the battle a lot of times.
Emotional damage.
Out of our own fucking head and stepping literally away from it.
Very true.
So I hope
It's
that
an
gives you
awesome-
a little bit of insight there.
Has anybody here ever read Plato's Allegory of the Cave? Besides you and me,
Well,
honey?
I mean,
anybody.
they don't
Monkey,
teach
have
it
you ever
anymore.
done it? Plato's okay. So Plato was one of the original philosophers, Greek philosophers kind of out there. And basically the whole Allegory of the Cave thing has Plato and his imaginary friendly guest that's sitting next to them. And rather than looking out of the cave, okay, they are turning around and looking, oh yeah, that was one of the scammers that came earlier. You just blocked the person, Susie. That's it. That's a scammer. You just block them and tell them fuck off. But basically, instead of looking out of the cave like normal human beings that would sit in a cave and look outward and like, oh, look at all the landscape, they turn around, they look in the cave, and they are seeing the shadows on the wall of the cave. Okay, and they're like, I wonder what we can infer about life based upon the shadows on the wall that we see. And that's where they kind of get really existential, having an existential crisis, catharsis, I don't know, whatever. It's fucked up. They were probably high when they did it.
And some of it is lost in translation.
Unless you're high when you read it.
No, well, here's the thing. It's not something, again, unfortunately, that's really taught at the type of level unless you're, at university, college level type of stuff, because it isn't practical within our everyday
it's all philosophical.
life.
It's all like, let us question the existential meaning
But
of
what it really is about how we create our own demons. We create our own monsters, okay? Our minds, and especially, again, for high-functioning empaths, we give them life. We really do. We give them life based off of other people's bullshit.
It's kind of funny because most schools aren't going to teach this, let alone universities probably. You have to be in a specific class probably to pick up something.
Yeah, you
like
got to take
this.
philosophy, really.
Yeah.
And even if you were to do it, like I took philosophy and sociology and different classes, and I still didn't read Plato.
Yeah.
And I went to college and all that jazz. So even I haven't read all this. So
You got to dig deep.
It is, and it's kind of, and like Monkey said, it's definitely a philosophical thing. You know, you get into back in those days, people went down some pretty big rabbit holes and wrote it down, and everybody's like, "Ooh, that's deep." Yes, it was. Hi, Sally. How you doing?
Well, I mean, again, that is by its very nature how, again, we learn, we evolve, we advance. I talk about this all the time. What was magic? Right. Well, I don't even want to go down that.
They've been banning books forever.
Yeah, but it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Censorship is all the time.
It really is.
But here
And
is
Sally, yes, I do.
here is the analogy. What was magic 100 years ago, we call science now. As we progress through time, language changes and our understanding of things become more. 100 years ago, nobody knew about radiation poisoning, but it's a real thing. We didn't have Wi-Fi. We didn't have any of these dynamics, but we have them now. So what are we going to have tomorrow? What are we going to understand differently tomorrow?
Hopefully not burning witches at the stake again, because
No, we already
seem to have
did
been
that
going. I know, but just because we already did that shit, women's rights have been moving backwards lately, and I don't feel like getting burned today. Thank you. No.
No, listen. This is the flip side dynamic. The D word, as we'll refer to it from now on.
The D word.
The D word.
The dynamic tax. The dynamic tax.
Many people feel that because they perceive a thing a certain way, that everybody should see it that way. And when everybody's, again, it's like 1,000 TVs on at once, everybody trying to have their show on louder than the
Get out of my
others.
head.
It tends to lead to chaos.
I always tell them about my 1,000 TVs in my head. And of course I am an Aries, so it is obviously going to be my way, or, oh, wait a
Not like
second,
you're
there's not a
psychic or
highway. It's just my way. I'm not that toxic. Only sometimes. Only if I haven't had coffee.
Which is why, between me and Monkey, literally every morning, coffee is prepared and waiting.
They figured that out.
Literally
real
waiting
quick.
at her end table before she even opens her eyes, farts, and wakes up. And yes, I did say that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
got
fart,
you.
and then
Yeah.
I wake up.
Yep.
In that order.
And that coffee's waiting there because we all know in this house,
I don't want
we
You don't have to be on camera.
we know the
Sitting
price.
on the edge there, you won't be on.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Trust me, you're gonna
I'm
cause it.
trying to be nice.
This
Okay,
is
the
this
monkey
is the
has
price.
been standing. Well, we're gonna get another chair, so we're good. All right. Let's see who else is on the free list. Leslie and Chiara were both here, so are you guys feel like pulling for either one? I'm gonna pull for Leslie. I'm feeling Leslie.
And I will pull for Tiara unless
Okay.
That's one of the fun.
nobody wants you.
You're an ass.
What? I just give
Nobody wants you.
What? I'm gonna sugarcoat the truth to my own fucking
People
son.
love him. Okay, Ishika. Am I saying that right? Ishika Asawa. Am I saying that right? Ooh, throwing cards. You know, they call it slinging cards, but it was meant to be metaphorical, not like real. Ah, okay. Gotcha, Sally. Put you on the list here. You're going to be up next in just a minute. So let me put you, Sally. All right. So for you, Leslie, honey, now's the time to kind of go back and find your own closure. Okay, you're not going to get the closure from somebody else that you are wanting, that you're hoping for. You need to find your own closure. You need to, hold your memories nice, hold your memories great, but find your closure. Let things go so that you can move forward, because you cannot. Have you ever tried to walk backwards? It's hard. You're going to fall. Thankfully, you'll fall on your ass because you're walking backwards, but you can still bust up your tailbone pretty bad, no matter how much padding you got on your backside. Okay, so you need to actually turn around and walk forward, okay, and see where the fuck you're going, rather than constantly staring backwards and trying to walk backwards and hope that you don't bump into anything or somehow manage to fall on your ass. All right, bless you, you've got a wonderful future ahead, but find your closure.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
'cause that's not direct or anything.
No.
I'm on a roll tonight, man. So,
Tiara, for you, my sister, we have the Ace of Cups. And it's a very beautiful quote from Shakespeare. When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. The Ace of Cups, especially in an oracle frame like this, for empaths, our emotions are real. Okay? And that is part of the power of our magic, in that we feel the way that we do. We don't need words, okay? You can and should read the energy for what it is, because it will tell you so much more than, unfortunately, again, any word can truly describe.
Yep.
Now that can, be reflective too, and you can obviously use that analogy that conversely, trust your instinct when you read the fucked up shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that capacity, that power really is a strength. It's not a weakness. It's beauty.
Absolutely. I love that. When I see that quote, though, you know what? It comes into my head.
Mm-hmm.
Walking out the door to my first date with you and seeing you and falling in love. I see you on there again. All right, Sally. Well, do you want to ask the questions you want to ask? Do you want to combine that into one reading? Are you wanting to ask several things? You tell me, sweetheart. Because now I've got you down.
Hello, my sister Amy Ross. It is great to see you.
Yes. The wolf does this all the time. This man is so riddled with wisdom that I am swimming in it 24/7.
I'm sorry, what?
You're preaching it through.
No, not really.
Yeah. You're full of wisdom.
No,
you're as full of wisdom as you are full of shit.
I again, humbly,
you are equally full of wisdom and shit.
No.
And
smoking nothing. But beyond
there you go.
This is the way my mother taught me. This is what I taught my son, and I know you teach it, and I believe it. When we do this, we are, in our own way, reading the energy, okay? Rolling the tape. And these dynamics, these energies come from all of you. All I'm doing is
you're being a translator.
To translate it, to say, hey, here it is in a different format, in a different way. Maybe this makes more sense. Maybe this speaks to you. But it really isn't mine. It's yours. Yep. You're basically sharing it, and all I'm doing is like a fucking radio, is I'm tuning it in for you, so it hopefully comes in stereo and sounds good, and
you're an interpreter of the universe.
You get something out of it.
Right? And sometimes we're good interpreters, and sometimes, we're good interpreters.
Well, I'm a musician, so I look at it also this way.
Yes.
In playing the music, my instrument translates it. So, you're giving me the music, and I'm just playing it back for you.
All right, Sally, let's look into your questions. And Gloria, Anita, Susie, Ishika, and Amy, you guys are still on the free list, so stick around and we will get to you. So, Sally first wants to know, is Noah the right guy for me? Okay, so we'll do this on the first one for the 2 card. Is Noah the right guy for you, or is there someone else coming for you? All right, now here's the thing. I've got the Ace of Swords for your, is Noah the right guy for you? All right, now here's where that Ace of Swords comes in. This says you know the answer for this already, okay? You already know, because this person has shown some serious, like, red flags, okay? As much as you like and love this person, they have shown some serious red flags for you, okay? So, that being said, if you want this to be the right person, then you can make it the right person. I pulled a kind of a clarifying card here with the Nine of Pentacles, which is you will always be the leader dynamic in this relationship, Sally. Okay? Those red flags that you've seen, that you know that are there, let your head rule your heart, okay? Because you need to be the ultimate independent woman. You need to make these decisions. You need to make this call, and you will always be the leader of this relationship. Okay, now the second part of the question is there somebody else coming your way? Okay, we have the King of Cups, which is definitely more of an emotional support dynamic, okay? Because what I'm getting here, especially from that Ace of Wands again, is that you've got somebody who's emotionally unavailable in this Noah guy, okay? And you're needing somebody who is willing to be there and be an actual, real, emotional part of your life and an emotional support to you, instead of just being the one that comes to you whenever he's hungry. The wolf has something for you.
Well, again, one of the things that Shiya and I do, flip side to the coin, I dive into the darker places. Sometimes I'm actually more comfortable there. But we have the 10 here. And again, if you'll just hand that back to me 1 second, because this is an interesting dynamic, how sometimes the picture says 1,000 words. It is a quote from Emerson, and it says, patience and fortitude conquer all things. But the darker end of that spectrum is that we tend to need things in particular time frame. We don't have the luxury of drawing things out. So many times this can actually be a hindrance. We buy into the illusion that if, we just wait long enough, something's going to be different, something's going to be changing. And, that many times means we're going to sit and grow old over a stack of fucking books. And that is the true trade-off sometimes. It's an unfortunate reality, but sometimes it's the only honest take on it, is that, and I use this other analogy, is the juice worth the squeeze? At some point we have to look at ourselves and say, you know what? If I'm not getting what I need, you have to go somewhere else. You really do.
Yep. So the monkey has pulled a couple of things here for you, Sally. And let me know if you had any follow-up questions for the second part of your donation. So here are the cards the monkey's pulled for you.
So the first card up there is the Lovers, and I think it's just kind of ironic that it comes up on this question and it comes up reversed. I don't see this as a good sign, as this one being the relationship, the one. I see this as a stepping stone to a better you and to learning what it is you want in your partner. And I think that is really important and really indicative of the next card here, the Ace of Cups. Representative of the element water. I think your partner is going to be somebody who, similar to the element water here, is going to be able to go with the flow easily, is going to be able to adapt to you and be okay with adapting to you and your changes, or maybe how spontaneous you can be, etc., etc. Yep. So I don't think this is the one, and I think the guy you're looking for may not be the guy you think you're looking for, but he's going to be the one that's the right fit for you.
Sometimes what we think we want is not necessarily what we need. Now, I'm going to get into something I haven't talked about in a hot minute, but I'm going to talk about it right now.
Monkey made a really interesting point, and
that's where I'm going.
It just flashed on me.
That's where I'm going. Go ahead.
Well, as
Mr. Interruptus.
Well, as the resident Aquarius in the room,
Mm-hmm.
as that nature dynamic between air and water,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mhm.
that flexibility, that adaptability tend to have, those of us who dance in that spectrum,
Mm-hmm.
we put up a lot of walls and a lot of masks. So many times, initially at first sight, we don't look or come across exactly as how we are, because that's how we protect ourselves.
Oh yeah, very much so. It's
So
a
just
trauma
wanted to throw that out
response.
there.
Now, here's the other thing too, is sometimes I have not talked about types in a hot minute.
Mhm.
Okay. Somebody's like, oh, this is my type, or that's my type. You guys need to take this whole type thing and throw it out the fucking window. Okay. Because we create types based upon our conditioning elements, conditioning from social media or social conditionings. Okay. From media in general. Like, oh, this is sexy. Oh, that is not sexy. Oh, that is very sexy. Oh, that beer makes you sexy. Okay. So we have all those elements saying, this is what's attractive, and that's not, but this is attractive. Okay. Kim Kardashian is attractive. Oh, what's her name? Amber Heard. Oh, she's so beautiful, but watch out, she'll shit on your bed. That kind of thing. That's the thing.
It happen
It's the thing.
like that.
But these are all the things that are supposed to be attractive.
Did you hear that? My eyes rolling sounded like marble.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's the first part of conditioning. The second part of conditioning is our trauma bonding. Okay, that thing that we were not able to. This is where the term "daddy issues" comes from. Yeah, we're gonna go there. Where we turn around and we were looking for that approval. We're looking for the fixing that relationships. So our trauma bonding creates a little bit of a typing issue that we're either trying to replace daddy, or we're trying to kind of fix the relationship that we should have had with daddy or mommy or whatever. And we have our trauma bonding issue. So we are looking for the very things that were fucked up in our traumas growing up. And it could not necessarily be mommy or daddy. It could be friends. It could be the way your friends kind of influenced you. Okay. And that goes into our third type. Okay. And our third type, and yes, Jessica, absolutely, I'll stick you on the freebie list. And then the third type, of course, is, what our friends' expectations are of us. Oh, you should like this. You shouldn't like this. The thing is, these things get ingrained into us, and then we start limiting ourselves to our romantic partnerships to fit these types that we have through trauma bonding, social interactions, and media influence. Okay. And those are where our types come from. Throw all of those out and look at people as an individual and let them show you who they are. Don't turn around and say, oh, they're just not my type. You never know. Meet a person, see if the energy's there, and then see where it goes and let it develop organically.
I mean, there's always the element of what we like. We can't avoid it to certain degrees. We respond to certain things in particular ways. But when we become at least more open-minded, because half the battle really is simply coming to terms with the fact that there is no such thing as perfect.
No, there's
That
not.
There has to be. The very nature of a relationship
Except for me.
is compromise.
I know, I was going to
So you have to start from the baseline that, you know what, I'm not perfect. I have to be willing to at least try and accept certain dynamics.
Yeah.
And granted, you have to draw the lines to what specifically, obviously screams to you. If you know for a fact that, somebody who watches football is going to drive you absolutely nuts because you have football trauma, then you know what? That might have to be on your list. And that might be that, sorry, that's the game changer. It doesn't, again, as you said, aptly, matter what other people think, because you're the one that has to live with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to, again, just start from that pure honesty of like, okay, what are we willing to trade off on? Because you're going to have to trade off on something. Okay? Perfection is an illusion. It does not exist. You can find a good, really good.
I like the whole perfectly imperfect.
You can find a really good balance.
Yes.
But by its nature, it has to be flexible. It has to shift.
Blakey asked a question. Can you read the room the moment you walk in? As I can. Yes. I know who's good and evil and what people say without hearing a word of what they're saying. I also prefer dark versus light. That's why I recharge and help find the light when I return to the darkness. Look, balance in all things. The reading the room the minute you walk in, that's an empath thing. That's a high-functioning empath thing. Knowing who's good and evil, I don't necessarily believe in good and evil as a definitive completely black, completely white. I can see people's shades of gray or rainbow shades, as you would say.
But some
very
people
rarely,
do throw off
very
fuck that
rarely.
energy.
But yeah, once in a while you walk in, you're like,
But and listen, here's the thing. If it
Right?
doesn't,
yeah, well,
simple test. If it doesn't feel right to you, you don't need to justify it.
Mhm.
Okay? That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Trust how you feel.
Yeah.
Everything else after that is bullshit. Okay? Because again, you're the one in the moment. So trust that.
Sally, looking at this going forward for you, I've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is first of all telling you to, wait for your harvest, be patient. I know you really, 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 really want love now, and you feel like, you're blocked off. Well, as long as you're holding on to this old guy, yeah, you're blocked off from finding new love. You've got to somehow get out on your own and begin your own journey with the Fool here first before you're going to be able to find that new love interest, okay? So the universe is waiting for you to get off your ass and make yourself available, because I'll tell you what, the same thing that the monkey told the wolf at some point, you got to get yourself out there a little bit, right? So there you go. So hopefully that helps and blesses you, my friend. Gloria, Anita, and Susie, any of you guys still here? Gloria, Anita, and Susie. Y'all are the next 3 up on the freebie list. I'm going to say last call. If you guys want to donate, now is the time to do it. Last call. Blake, I promise you, you are full of gray. You're not black and white. You are shades. There is no such thing as a pure black and a pure white. So, doesn't really happen. Anita's here. Gloria's here. Okay, how about Susie? I think Susie was still here. Susie's here. Okay, great. So, who do you pick? Yeah, we got 3.
You know what? I will for Susie.
You're going to pick for Susie. Who are you picking? Well, he picked for Susie, so you get Anita or Gloria. Gloria, okay. So, I get Anita. All right. So, yours is for
Susie.
Susie.
And it is the sun. And it is a quote from Nietzsche. Precisely the least, the softest, lightest, a lizard's rustling, a breath, a flash, a moment, a little makes the way of the best happiness. Now the sun, again, obviously represents a very powerful dynamic.
Here comes the sun.
And one of the words that many times replaces that is faith. Another word is belief. But with that comes patience. The sun has a cycle. It has to set sometimes, but it's always there and it comes around. And that pure dynamic of hope, the D word, is powerful. It gives us strength. It gives us so many other options because we know it's always going to be there. It's just sometimes in the darkness we get afraid and sometimes we're impatient. We want the sun to rise faster and the sun's going to do what the sun's going to do.
Yep.
It's constant.
I can't help myself. now seeing the sun, I started thinking about, I always have the little songs going in my head. Here Comes the Sun, Little Darling, which normally comes in my head for that. But we watched a show the other day where little orphan Annie was singing, the sun will come out tomorrow. And these aliens were like, why was the little girl with the red hair constantly prophesying doom? And what do you mean prophesying doom? She was singing of hope.
Yes, because
no, she was singing the sun will come out tomorrow, and when the sun comes out, we'll die.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, listen, I get it. But listen, if your culture, if your society basically is a race of fucking vampires, then the sun is the ultimate horror.
Yes, it is.
It is the worst thing
for us, it's hope.
That you ever want to fucking encounter. Okay.
For us, it's hope.
But perspective.
So for Gloria.
All right, Gloria, for you, I've drawn justice. Now, a lot of times people will see justice and they'll think, your stereotypical kind of response, like, oh, you've been wronged, you've finally gotten some rights, or, you've been experiencing problems, maybe not in the legal system or anything, but something to do that's more on the technical side. Now you're starting to see some progress, but what I see with justice here is a coming forth on setting your own boundaries, being able to stand behind them with a sort of firm affirmation that you've set your conviction, yes, that you've set your boundaries, and now you are following up with them just as you should. Keep it going, keep firm in keeping your boundaries. Don't let other people shake you off from it.
Well, that
powerful,
very
tasty.
Oh no! The reason we say tasty, by the way, if anybody wonders,
here we go.
Is we all love watching anime around here. Okay. And they have been doing it's like 5 or 6 different animes now where we've seen this. And I think the first one I really saw that on was Naruto. Okay. But now all of these other animes, people eat this food and they get the good food and they take a bite and they go, tasty. And they take another bite. Tasty. And it's this trope throughout multiple animes. Just like the little boys, when they see naked girls or boobies, they get nosebleeds or some shit. I don't know. It's animes do weird stuff. And then one of the weird things is, let's take a bite of food. And when it's really good, we go, tasty.
Listen, anime exists in its own reality. And
yep.
It is very reflective of certain cultural elements that if you don't have any experience with it,
you're like, what the fuck
definitely
is this?
comes
People
across
tasty every time they take a fucking bite of food.
You know what I mean? But it's a great learning tool because understanding people and the different nuances, all the unique aspects, all the different stories gives us strength, gives us real power, knowledge. When you can understand somebody, you have a better chance of a positive outcome. And, just even that simple analogy is it's better.
Yep.
It's like cake or death. It's like, yeah, fucking
I'll take the cake, please.
I don't want fucking death.
I want cake on Saturday. I'm going to get me some cake on Saturday. It's my birthday.
It shall be a blood pudding cake. Specially made for you, my lady.
I am afraid.
Be very afraid.
Oh no.
The master returns.
By the way, Ishika, Amy Ross, and Jessica Edwards, let me know that you guys are still here. Y'all are the next 3 up, and we are absolutely at the final call for the evening. Anita, this one's for you, the 10 of Cups. I love this one. This card is all about finding your own happiness, making your own way to the emotional fulfillment, okay? Don't sit there and wait for emotional fulfillment to come to you, Anita. It's like that meme that you've seen and where somebody's holding this little bag of happiness and somebody walks up to the person that's holding this little bag of happiness and says, I've been looking for that everywhere. Where did you find it? And the person that's holding the little bag of happiness, oh, this? I made this. You've got to make your own emotional fulfillment. You've got to make your own happiness. Okay, this is not going to be something you're going to find sitting still. You got to go forward. You got to walk the path, and find those things that make you happy. Find those things that resonate with you, and surround yourself with them, and you will find that joy. So there you go. All right, who did you pull for, my love? Ishika. Am I saying that right? Ishika.
I believe.
Sawa.
I believe she said you were correct.
Okay.
When you had originally questioned it, but she could. Yeah.
She or he. Give me pronouns. I don't know if Ishika Shawa is a girl's name or a guy's name. I have no cultural context of that at all. I would like to know your pronouns, Ishika. I am saying it right. Good. Yay! So Ishika, this one's for you. The deck he's reading from is the Art of Life Tarot.
Yes. For you, sister, we have the Nine of Wands. And it's a simple but very powerful quote from Horace. And it says, in times of stress, be bold and valiant. The Nine of Wands, and again, I'll let you put this up, because the imagery sometimes, again, says 1,000 words. You know, it's a woman standing there, but she's regal in the dynamic. Many times when we are confronted with the shit of the world, the best defense, the best thing that we can do is be bold and valiant. You know what I mean? To trust in the dynamic of our instincts, because ultimately we are the ones that have to live with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in the simple logic that it is better to be wrong for the right reason.
Yeah.
Okay? Again, the details
Intentions matter. Intentions matter.
Intentions matter,
Yeah,
but
motivation
how we feel
matters.
also matters. So if your instincts tell you, okay, and this is the biggest hurdle that we dance as high-functioning empaths, is fear. And the many levels of fear, be it self-doubt or conditioning or whatever it may be. But that's really where our power is. Okay, in that we feel things for a reason. Okay, trust in that dynamic, and especially in this aspect, you know, I believe it's inherent. Like, you know. So sometimes we just need somebody else to be like, guess what? As you said earlier, you're not fucking crazy.
You're not crazy.
You're right. Trust in that.
Believe in yourself. So there you go.
Face the motherfucking rainbow.
Oh my God.
Yes, my Samuel Jackson moment.
Yeah, Jessica. Go for it, Amy.
All right. You're welcome.
All right, Miss Amy. Card I have pulled for you here is the Ten of Swords. Yeah. The yes, the reversed Ten of Swords. Now, normally when I see the Ten of Swords, I see it as a warning. Don't sit on that hill and die on it. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a moment where you're going to have to make a choice where either holding a certain line with something is going to cost you something, or you're going to have to learn to adapt to get the outcome you want. I don't see a traditional method or a usual approach of yours being successful here. Try and think outside the box.
Love that. I like it. Yeah, the Ten of Swords is always a tough one, because it's just so fucking painful. I can't imagine having 10 swords on my back like that.
It goes to the dynamic of what we are willing to trade off.
It's very true.
The squeeze.
Well, I was about to go there. Get out of my head. Both of y'all. All right, and Miss Edwards, Jessica. Let's see what we have for you. Ooh, the Hierophant. But the Hierophant here in the phase of a teacher, okay? here, and this is like this deck. I love how the Hierophant comes across rather than like the high and mighty Pope. You can't access this person, whatever, all spiritual and stuff. This is somebody who has their spiritual knowledge, their esoteric knowledge, their spiritual concepts, and they are now explaining this and teaching it to. We see a young wizard, a couple of young wizards here. Okay, and what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling for you right now is that, Jessica, you're trying to solidify some knowledge within yourself. But the best way to solidify this knowledge and understanding and kind of growth within you is to convey and teach this growth to others around you who want to know what's going on with you. So it's like, hey, here's how I'm healing. Here's what I'm doing. And it's time for you to stand up and say, hey, here's how I'm healing and here's what I'm doing. Would you like to learn the path that I'm walking on? This is what I can teach you of what I'm aware of and what I know. Okay, so for you to really start solidifying that for yourself and really making this part of your daily life, you need to share it with others.
One of the really interesting things about being a teacher or a tutor of sorts is, in order to do so, you need to have a really thorough and proper understanding of whatever it is you're trying to teach or tutor on. So when I was trying to be, when I was going through high school and I was told that, trying to explain this to somebody else, if you can properly do that, guess what? You fully understand what it is you're talking about. And sometimes along the way is when you start to figure it out even better. Like, I would try to explain calculus honors to my entire ROTC class at the time. And you can imagine most of them are probably losing their minds. However, when they start asking me certain questions and I don't have the answers immediately, it starts to make me think, it starts to make me ponder. And when I get the answer for them, it has now made me come full circle and understand how things connect and made me a better teacher of sorts.
Once in a while, I get that happening to me too. When people ask me questions and they're like, oh, Shiya should know everything. No, Shiya doesn't know everything. But if I don't know something, I'll go look it up. I'll go figure it out. I'll go research it. And that's what a good teacher does. It doesn't try to pretend to know everything.
One of the reoccurring themes within much of the old lore, the old ways, as they are referred to, was a common ideology that in order to learn, one must share, as you said. So
Yes.
if you are not willing to share knowledge, you cannot gain knowledge.
No.
It
No.
is the old alchemist, the law of equal exchange.
Yeah.
There are many variations on how it is translated, but the song still remains the same. It is about that aspect
Mm-hmm.
that we have to look at for what it is.
Absolutely. You're sexy when you're pontificating.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
I had to do it to him. I know. We've got the monkey, his son, standing right here in between the two of us. Well, you better
But-
run. Run!
Again,
Run, monkey!
the
Trauma
practical,
time.
the practical translation, many times teaching is just leading by example. Just by the very nature of doing
Mm-hmm.
the right thing, we are. So a lot of times we look at it as like, oh, I have to go. No, it's about just being honest, being authentic with it. And as you said, sharing those dynamics. It doesn't matter how you go about do it, because ultimately it's what you're comfortable with. But that's what makes us open and able to learn, to grow, to adapt, and more importantly, heal.
Yes, absolutely.
I think one of the really important things to take away from a situation like this comes down to, if you are incapable of giving the answer you want to give, make a mistake, because it puts your foot down somewhere and you can only go forward from there. So say you're feeling some kind of way and you don't know how to describe it, and the first word that comes out of your mouth is angry. And you know what? That might not be entirely true, but you know what? You're starting somewhere.
it's a good starting ground. And
Yeah.
when you can't figure out a place to start, anywhere you can start is a good place to start. All right, guys, that has been a wrap. We had a great time with you tonight. Thank you very much, Monkey, for
Yes,
joining
indeed.
us. This has been a rare and wonderful treat. I hope that you come
Yeah,
back.
had
and
the whole
visit with
family
us.
in on it.
The whole family's in tonight.
Now we're all supercharged with energy, and nobody's going to go to sleep anytime soon.
No, but we can go watch another episode of The Orville.
Yeah, well, listen,
Or
There
play
are
some more
worse things.
Diablo. I wouldn't mind playing some Diablo. Diablo? I'm awake.
And listen again, simple analogy. Take what you need. Leave the rest behind. If it speaks to you, look at that. You know what I mean? If it makes you uncomfortable, even more so, look at it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because ultimately, each of us has to carry the weight one way or another.
Yes.
So, we can pretend, we can dance around it. But I would submit we're better served, dealing with it. And the great thing is we don't have to do it alone. We can do it together.
Once again, special thanks to our friends out at Inner Demon Media.
Sid Ryder.
Yes, and Char, the lovely.
Yes, brother
Yes.
Dave Incognito
And Dave
from
Incognito.
Theory joined us earlier as well, too.
Yes, thank you to all of our friends. If you have not checked them out, go check them out. Inner Demon Media on Facebook. Or you can look up Inner Demon Radio. Either one of them will bring you to them. So go and check them out. Hopefully we'll see you there at some point. And y'all keep on rocking out there. Meanwhile, merry meet, merry part. Until we merry meet again.
Until next time.
Blessed be, y'all.